The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Yes, speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and this loaded sports show begins right now. Yeah. Can't thank you enough for joining us here at youtube.com/The Pat McAfee Show. You are the greatest humans on earth. Thank you for spending your afternoons or your mornings with us, wherever the hell you may be. We always enjoy chit-chatting. Today's show is massive, okay? Sean Casey, the mayor. He played in the MLB for 12 years.
Damn.
Okay? 12 years in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, beast.
Now, I'm not getting into it because he's on in like 13 minutes. So there's no reason for me to bury the entire sport as a whole. But a team won a game the other night without recording a single success in the batter's box.
Unbelievable.
So that is baseball.
Yeah.
Kinda, you know,
It
that
can
is,
happen.
I'm very confused on how baseball is baseball and what baseball actually is, because there's teams winning that don't get hits. Then the next night they lose 8-0 to a team that they're much better than, I guess, in the standings, and they stink more than anybody else. So I don't fully understand the MLB, mostly because I grew up in Pittsburgh and the Pirates are ass and have been ass for a long time. But this guy, Sean Casey, grew up in Pittsburgh, went on to have an incredibly successful career, could hit the baseball all over the yard, is electrifying, hilarious, and will give us an update of everything going on in the league that Ty Schmidt and others do enjoy following.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I told these guys I watched the Yankees basically every single night. They were blacked out for a 4-game set with the White Sox. I was kind of losing my mind a little bit. Oh yeah, fiending big time.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
A lot of storylines coming out, obviously, about the balls and the game, and Sean Casey will be electrifying. His podcast is called
The Mayor's Office,
and it's
a good one.
We listened to a couple clips here the other day. He's a man that can make baseball interesting because he's a Pittsburgh guy.
Hell yeah.
Bingo.
Electric.
He's fucking electrifying.
Yeah.
Right? I can't wait for your stories and tell us what's going on. In the second hour, we got Chris Collinsworth. Ooh. Obviously, Sunday Night Football analyst, former NFL wide receiver, founder of Pro Football Focus, good businessman. He allegedly, I guess he just signed an extension with NBC, kind of broke quietly during the Drew Brees news that he was leaving because Chris Collinsworth just signed an extension, and we might have missed it, but I'm happy for it. I enjoy the hell out of this guy. Now, obviously, he's working with Tariqa, which we've gotten a taste of in the past whenever Al Michaels has taken a couple weeks off of Sunday Night Football every single season. And every time Tariqa would be in the booth alongside Chris Collinsworth, everybody's, Al Michaels done? Is he done? It was like, no, just scheduled 4 games off or 3 games off that he's doing. With Al Michaels going to Amazon for Thursday Night Football on Prime, Chris Collinsworth now working with Tariqa every single week. I can't wait to hear them as a team. I think they've been good in the past. They'll be good in the future. It's good for the game. It's good for everybody. Can't wait to chat with Chris. I think it's
the first time he's been on the show, yeah.
There's been a couple different times I've either he's reached out or I've reached out or we've kind of had like a situation where we haven't been able to connect. I'm excited to chat with him. Seems like a super cool dude.
Yeah, for sure.
And I won't say this, I won't speak for anybody. Seems like he has smoked marijuana in the past.
Yeah, once or twice.
I think you could say that.
And most people that have done that, I probably enjoy and think, oh, this person at least is thinking at a different level. I think he is a deep thinker. I think he's smart. I think he covers the game well. I'm very pumped to chat with Chris Collinsworth for his debut on the show. And then in the third hour, we have one of the greatest comedians to ever step foot onto stage, Bill Burr.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah, Bill Burr's about to go on another tour, second leg of his tour. He's the first comedian ever to be doing Fenway. Here we go. Grew up in Boston, went to school in Boston, probably attended a lot of games down there, shot some movies in there. Now he sold the place out himself. Can't wait to talk to him. Legend, next special's coming out June 6th, I believe, on Netflix called Bill Burr Presents
Friends That Kill.
Yeah, there it is.
Whatever the case. Another deep thinking, hilarious motherfucker. Can't wait to chat with him about all things happening around his life, his world, sports world, and what are comedians doing? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, obviously, you got the Will Smith situation.
Right. Sure.
Is that being chatted about? I would assume, because
I think so.
Chappelle then gets attacked.
There you go.
Is Bill Burr doing a full bit trying to entice somebody to come on the stage so he can fucking knock him out?
Yeah, uppercut.
Is that what he's got going on? I don't know. I'm excited to chat with him. Also, obviously, a massive Patriots fan. And the Patriots have kind of been leading into, maybe describing positions and who's doing what a little bit more.
Yeah.
For instance, at Boston Connor there at the talks table alongside at Ty Schmidt, big-time Yankees fan we just learned about. Matt Patricia
Yes.
is now an offensive line coach.
Bingo.
Defensive guru, becomes head coach. We thought was GM in waiting, now offensive line coach for the New England Patriots. It feels like that has kind of come into the air now that OTAs is kind of unfolding. Correct? Do you like
Yes.
this decision?
I love it, especially because Patricia said in the article, I got Dante Scarnecchia on speed dial. So if I really have anything that I'm not too sure about, I'll just call up the greatest offensive line coach in the history of the
Well,
NFL.
there's going to be a lot of people hating that comment
Sorry.
because there's a lot of great offensive line coaches in the history of the NFL, and it's a position that is held in very high regard, obviously, because of how close-knit the community is. So there's probably a lot of people that have created different scheme, strategy, techniques, everything. But one of the greatest of all time, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I can't sit here and let you say the greatest of all time because
I
there's
know,
numerous offensive line coaches that I've been around that are Howard Mudd is like heralded as one of the guys of all time, and I'm assuming there's a lot more that I don't want to piss off or piss on right now.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to piss on everybody else, not to be like a prick, but I mean, Bob Wiley from Hard Knocks in Cleveland, he
You
took
think
over.
they were worrying about calisthenics when they were running those beaches in Normandy? Huh?
All
The
time.
greatest generation of all time, worrying about hamstrings.
Doing fucking push-ups and jumping jacks.
That's all. That guy was the best. Is he still coaching? Remember, he had like a Lambo or something.
I don't think
Remember,
so.
his big ass got out of a Ferrari
Yeah.
or something. It was incredible. But Matt Patricia going to the offensive line, Joe Judge working with the quarterbacks. He formerly special teams guy, goes and becomes a head coach for the Giants. Obviously gets fired, has a pizza and beer party for the boys.
Legend.
Love everything about Joe Judge and his special teams background. He goes back to New England. Now he's working with the quarterback. I'm working with Mac Jones as well as some other people on the offense.
Okay.
You'll see me on the field working with the quarterbacks.
What's that even mean?
So Judge was scared to death to say what he was doing. It seems like or give anything away, but it feels like he's probably working with the quarterbacks.
Yep. Yeah.
He's at least on the offensive side of the ball. By the way, quarterback coach also works with the tight ends, with the wide receivers, because they have to relay a message maybe that the quarterback is learning this. So if you could do this, they're kind of, I don't want to say they have hands in other people's pots, but they do, kind of coach in other areas as well because the quarterback directly affects so many other positions. So Joe Judge, quarterback coach, maybe now who's the offense coordinator? Have we learned about that?
No, still haven't learned about it, but isn't this kind of like not a head coach role, but don't the head coaches also kind of have their hands in everything? So I assume Bill's kind of comfortable with Joe and Patricia. I assume Patricia also
What if
is.
this doesn't work?
I mean, there's a chance.
That'd be a shame.
It would be a real shame. Ninkovich, by the way, Tone Diggs and I share the same sentiment. It would be a damn shame.
I did.
Well,
And Diggs was saying it in jest. I was saying it in real because Bill Belichick, greatest coach and GM our game has ever had.
Yeah, by far.
So I have a lot of respect for him. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame. This is almost like, when a player, what if, now I'm not saying he has fallen off or will fall off, but if this doesn't work, this is very similar to a player, getting towards the end of his career, kind of pulling out all the old tricks and it just not working how it once did. That's how people would judge this entire thing. But I can't get past the thought of Bill Belichick will figure it out. And I assume that's just exactly where you're at.
Absolutely.
Even if it sounds like questionable, even if it sounds like, well, that doesn't make sense. Steve Belichick, are you going to be calling plays? I don't know. I don't really care either. Okay. He definitely knows. He probably doesn't care. He definitely knows, though. Somebody has to know everything. You just assume Bill will be able to figure it out. But with the way the Buffalo Bills are built right now, and with the Miami Dolphins are immediately AFC East champions, but they have gone all in as well.
Good team.
Now, the Jets, Brady Quinn just fucking.
Shots fired.
Brady Quinn, AJ Hawk's brother-in-law,
Yeah.
former Notre Dame quarterback, also with the Browns, the Chiefs, and a couple other teams in the NFL. Incredibly handsome-looking lad.
Yeah.
You know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
He came out and said, I see the Jets being either 0-9 or 1-8 by week 9. So that's already, hey, we're planning for golfing and fishing in the offseason.
Yeah.
He's not a believer in the Jets at all. So maybe not the Jets, but everybody else in the AFC East has seemed to up their game. If this doesn't go well, how long does Bill will figure it out goes, you think?
I mean, I think it's going to continue just because of Mac Jones. Like, when you look at some of these other teams who have had quarterbacks for not even 20 years, but like even the Packers, the Steelers, like
18.
the drop off that happens, I think, is large. And somehow Bill went from Brady to a Cam Newton and only losing 9 games, going 7-9, and then only 1 year after already going back to the playoffs. So the coaching will be interesting.
The transition, you're saying, was much smoother.
Very smooth and quick. Like, I feel like that drop off can kind of turn your franchise into sort of a dumpster fire. Like, not to bring out the Bills, but after Jim Kelly and those Bills, they kind of went on a 25-year hiatus.
Think about Jimmy from the Colts.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy from the Colts went from Peyton to Luck. Just immediately. Made the playoffs that first year. We were supposed to go, we were predicted to be last in the NFL, 32 on all of the power rankings, basically, that was put out there. Don't listen to the outside noise. Don't listen to what they're going to say to you. Also, we're going to use this as motivation, what everybody has said about you.
Have to.
So that's a fascinating little contradiction that happens basically everywhere. But that was 1 year, 2-14, when they didn't know that Peyton wasn't going to be able to throw a football and his neck wasn't going to be able to work. And then Andrew Luck comes right in there, steps up, boom, we're back in the playoffs. That's the situation right there.
Exactly.
Just like the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Brett Favre right into Aaron Rodgers. Now, that was a 3-year interesting moment there, right? Because he was sitting behind him.
Yep.
But that's the ideal situation. It does not always happen that way.
No.
And then when it doesn't happen that way, you're just sitting and hoping almost. Like, all right, I hope this quarterback becomes the person. I have all the faith in the world this quarterback's going to be the person. Then week 6 comes around, you're like, all right, so who? We could trade for someone.
Yeah. Who
Backup
else?
quarterback. Duck came in and saved the day for the Steelers.
That's
there
right.
Whenever Ben Roethlisberger was out, he was a hero, that guy. Completing 7-8 passes a game, winning games. Duck Hodges. There was quacks going all through Pittsburgh. You're the guy. So there's a lot of hoping when you don't have a guy. And it seems like Mac Jones is the guy, which is good news. But a lot of these decisions, I think, are going to get called into question. They already are. Not that Bill Belichick gives a single damn. But if the Bills continue to just fucking go, and the Miami Dolphins are able to come in there and really do something everybody's hoped that they've been able to do for the last 3 years or whatever. Yeah, I would hate to see Bill's last dance not be a good one.
Yeah,
I would hate. It would be a damn shame.
It would be a
That's
shame.
why I think it would be a shame.
It would be.
As opposed to Tone saying I'd be ashamed because he would see the Patriots not do good.
Sure.
For me, it'd be a shame because it's like, okay, maybe the football juice did wear out. You know, like some songwriters, they run out of creativity.
That's right.
They run out of juice. They run out of things to write about. They can't do it anymore. So you see their career go, and then it kind of stops. I wonder if the amount of football knowledge that Bill Belichick has it gone out, or will that never, ever end for Bill Belichick now that Ernie isn't around and he's given schedule release breakdowns? I think we're all very fascinated because it is the greatest coach of all time and the greatest general manager of all time at the same time.
Yeah, and like you said before, I do have the utmost faith that he's going to continue to do what he does, and I'm not ruling out this year and basically looking ahead, but if this year doesn't go to plan, next year we got $100 million in cap space, so it's almost like, okay, now we're going to do exactly what we did 2 years ago before we got Mac. We'll probably get another offensive lineman, probably get another weapon, load up the defense a little more. So I think because of the fact that McDaniel's left too, Bill's going to keep coaching until, maybe for 5 more years.
I didn't even think about McDaniel. He's been he's been a very important
piece. He was the next, and he was the next guy. That's what everyone said after he, turned down the Colts. He turned the plane around. Was like, oh, they probably told McDaniels, hey, you'll take the reins. But because of the young QB, because of how well we've already kind of turned this new ship into, it just doesn't seem like Bill's on his last 9. Especially because the wins record, the all-time wins record, is 40 or so away.
He's definitely on his back 9. Okay, he's not coaching for another 60 years.
He might coach for another 10. 10 is more than 9.
What's that, pal?
He's been coached for longer than 9.
Yeah, 9 is just a metaphor. It's not for the actual 9 years.
Nope.
Second half.
I don't think
it's
so.
It's just the back half.
Nope. Back 9. There's 9 numbers. And he's got 10 left, so it's more than the back 9.
No, but the metaphor in which you used it is not about an actual number. It is about the second half of a career.
I don't speak in metaphors. No, I don't speak in metaphors. I just speak in numbers. And I'm just telling you he's going to be playing or coaching for more than 9 years, so he's not on his back 9 yet.
Okay.
I hope
it's
we
not
get
on
9
his
more
final
years.
9.
He's not on his final 9.
So
there
he's
you
playing
go.
a 36-hole course then? Or?
No, I think he's playing 72 today, Tony.
Well, he has been already. That's why the questions are, how long is this guy going to be able to swing the club? And it feels like he's able to find a fairway on a regular basis, especially with this new goddamn driver he has with Mac Jones. So I think there's a lot of golf metaphors we could make about this. Another one about him going on forever is right on your chest. Bill Belichick appears to be in great shape.
Yeah, he's still working out.
He's still stepping under the goddamn squat rack.
Yeah, and he's still screwing with the media, actually. Apparently, assistant coaches only get 2 days that they speak to the media in the offseason. So instead of spreading them out, he put 1 yesterday and 1 today. So today's basically just there's no updates. They're just speaking to the media, so they get those out of the way. play, and then they don't have to talk to the media till training camp or whatever.
And he's an Emmy-nominated host in the media.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
that's
I mean,
right.
it's all a fascinating situation. Nick, what were you going to say there, pal, before we went on a full back nine metaphor that old Connor did not know about as he was using it?
Nothing really important. I was just saying I personally hope that Bill does another 9 years, and I hope he goes on like the Adam Sandler run where the
We will not have it about the Sandman.
What are we doing? What the hell?
Man, wait for that Hubie Halloween season. That's going to be tough.
That was 7 and 9, Hubie Halloween, and you know what? Is
No.
the next season?
Hubie Halloween was a playoff.
Thank you.
Adam Sandler has not had a 7-9 season. Don't fall into that.
Hey, I've been the biggest proponent of
I know
Hubie
you have been.
Halloween
You just
for
got
years.
you just got bamboozled
Well,
into
you did.
saying he had a
No,
losing season.
that 7 and 9 season was the most impressive season Bill's ever had. That was the worst roster in football
So you're
history.
saying it was a terrible concept, made it pretty
and
good.
he still made it good.
What
Okay.
was Sandy, 0-17?
Sandy was a Super Bowl run.
Whoa.
Sandy might
Yeah.
have been the Super Bowl run. Might have been the one they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl because Gronk was hurt because there was a little bit of. Anyways, let's move on. That's fucking unbelievable what you just did. That
was despicable.
You hear me, Nick?
I hear.
Especially after Sandman's new trailer.
God, he looks so good.
No!
Joining us now is a man that's always great. Not just good, he's great. There ain't never been a 7-9 season with this guy.
No,
He's
no.
done. He's the host of the Mayor's Office podcast that Ty listens to literally on a very regular basis.
Oh, yeah. Love it. Absolutely love it.
You can see him on the MLB network, I believe. The man is electrifying every time he speaks because he was a 12-year Major League Baseball player who could hit the ball all over the yard. An absolute stud, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Casey. Baby, Sean!
What's up, fellas? Oh, it's a huge party there every day. It's a huge party. I love that. I love it.
Yeah, that's why we're so excited you join us. You know, you bring that atmosphere, you bring that vibe. We appreciate you. I'm excited to chat. The Pittsburgh Pirates won a game without registering a hit the other day, Sean. Okay, so explain the sport to me. How does that work? How did they get a win? And did the other pitcher have the best day of his life and still get a recorded loss in that? How did this work? And why do the Pirates stink, Sean? Why do the Pirates stink? Please.
Well, isn't that crazy? I mean, Hunter Green for the Reds was just dominating the whole time. I think he had 6 1/3, no hit innings. They were going back and forth, and then. The Buccos found a way to pull off a win. I think a couple walks late. They end up, I'm not exactly sure, was it a wild pitch or
Overthrow?
it was something, and then next thing you know, they get a W at 1-0.
They walked them
Crazy.
full. They walked them full, and then it was a fielder's choice.
So we got
Okay,
good
welcome
eyes.
to-
Wow.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Fielder's choice, and it's just the way the Reds have been playing this year. And the Buccos and the Reds were fired up to play each other because they've both been really scuffling. So
Great way to describe teams that stink. I guess the Cubs are worse than both of us.
Oh, slow start.
Chicago Cubs are worse than
we're
both
good.
of us. How is the season going? Are the teams that we expected to do well at the beginning of the season doing well now? Any surprises, Sean? If you were to talk to somebody that has not been following the season, what are the storylines you think, Sean?
like you have
No, not me. I'm talking about the listeners, the viewers, not me, Sean, of course.
Well, I think the Yankees are better than we thought. I mean, they're 26-9. They're absolutely dominating. Everyone hits homers in that lineup. Anthony Rizzo's brought a ton. Donaldson, all those guys. Judge is huge. Stanton, the pitching's all good. I think the Mets are the team right now, 23-13. I think Buck Showalter coming along for them. Being that manager has been huge, but man, they're dominating in the NL right now, and DeGrom's not even part of their staff. So, they've been a huge team so far. The Padres have been really good. New manager to him, Bob Melvin. Dusty Baker's still doing his thing down there in Houston. They're doing well. Minnesota Twins are a big one. They're a big one. Byron Buxton being healthy, 11 home runs, just coming out the gates, balling already. I think the Twins are a surprise team so far in the Central.
Okay, so how far into the season are we percentage-wise, if you had to give it into the entirety?
We're just at the beginning. We're probably, 20-some% into the season. We're about 35 games. You only play 162 games in the big leagues, guys. Okay, that's all. No big deal.
So many.
62 of them.
Sean, that is so many games. I have no idea how 12 years you did that. You're just on the road for 12 straight years, basically. And if you play a fielding position, you're out there every single night. I have no idea how the body keeps up with it, how the mental keep up. It is such a grind, I would assume, right?
Yeah. It doesn't. The body doesn't keep up. There's not a guy in the big leagues right now at 35 games that's not like, Bad, look, minor hamstring pull. I think I got something with the hip flexor. My neck's not feeling good. It's just like, that's why they're grinders. You call them grinders because every day there's something going on. But you just show up, you get in a cold tub, you get there 3 hours earlier if you're over 30, and you find a way to get out there every day. So, you have to give a ton of credit to these big league players for being able to go out every night and put up the numbers and fail 70% of the time, and you're one of the best players in the game. Any other profession, you're fired. You're failed centers. You're out of here, Pat.
Yeah, I agree. In baseball, it's Hall of Fame. People say that whenever you stink at something. They're like, hey, in baseball, you'd be in the Hall of Fame if you're able to do that. But in our world, that you're going to get fired. That's literally a thing that is said, especially as a kicker. I was told that numerous times in hilarious fashions. Well, you just got to have a delusional confidence. Is that how you battle through the failure every single night of your life, or how does it work?
Dude, you just play mind games with yourself. Like, no, you go 1 for 4, 1 for 5. You're like, all right, I remember times, bro. I seriously remember, like going 0 for like 20 and just insomnia for like, I'm like, I don't know if there's enough Ambien to put me to bed tonight. I'm a mental wreck. I just look at the ceiling for 7 hours and go, I can't believe my hands are working the way they are. Why are my feet so bad? What the hell's going on? I don't recognize any pitches. It's one of those things you just got to ultimately believe in yourself in like a ridiculous way and just keep showing up.
What is the biggest part of hitting? Seeing the ball? Is that a big part of it?
I think so. Dude, I think the biggest thing when you watch these big league pitchers, especially nowadays, like it seems like everyone throws 100. You just got to really learn how to slow yourself down and live in the moment and take a breath and hunt the heater, and hopefully you get it and don't miss it. I always say if you get a heater and fouled off, you might have some big problems on your hands tonight.
Hey, you're hunting the heater, huh? Is that a saying? Hey, hunt the heater out there.
Just like Jim Leland, baby. Hunt the heater.
Let's go. Hey, he's burning heaters, too. Jim! That's our guy. Let's go, Buckos.
Love you, Jim. Love you, Jim.
Buckos. Hey, so you're studying pitchers for their tendencies when you're hunting the heater. Does everybody have the same move? Everybody have the same move? Or is that something that actually gets studied or no?
No, I personally think most great hitters work off the fastball. But when I was playing, you would have guys like Manny Ramirez was a guest hitter. Chipper Jones. Those guys are guest hitters. But a lot of the guest hitters I played with were some of the worst hitters.
What's that mean?
Like,
What's that mean?
I'd have the 200 hitter come up and.
What's that mean? Guest hitter. What's that mean?
Like you're guessing what the pitch is. You're like, okay, I think he's going to throw me a curveball here. And the crazy thing is, Pat, if you guess like, oh yeah, John Smoltz or Justin Verlander is going to throw me a slider, and your eyes go, yeah, it's a slider, and it's a nasty one, you're not hitting it anyhow. So might as well hunt the heater, get after the fastball, and hit some rockets in the gap, and hopefully you get paid, and you fail 70% of the time and take it to the house.
Hey, 12 years of that. 12 years. That a baby, Sean. Ty, the mayor, can't wait.
Sean, Dave Roberts said that they can already tell that the new baseballs are there and they're starting to fly a little bit. And now for as a Yankees fan, it doesn't really matter because like you said, they've been just fucking mashing no matter what. So I think this will only help them. But how much as a hitter will these guys actually be able to tell the difference in the juice balls? And what's your take on that? Man,
you can definitely tell, Ty. I mean, I think guys are seeing I think especially when you go opposite field, you crush a ball in the opposite field gap. If it just hangs up there and as a hitter, it's gone. You're like, man, something's not right. And the hitters have complained, man, these balls aren't flying as well. The pitchers have complained, the grip's not as good. But I think when you start seeing players hitting the ball the other way and it's going out, that's when maybe something different's happening. So we'll see. I mean, the last couple of years, it's been the ball's too juiced. Now it's not juiced enough and it's too slick. So we'll see what the balls look like in these next few months.
Do you really think there's going to be a big change though? Because the offensive numbers really across the majors have been pretty down so far earlier this year. Are you expecting that some of these guys who have kind of been struggling or have low averages are going to start hitting a bunch of homers and we're going to see a lot more games with more runs scored because the pitchers have been really kind of dominating early?
Yeah, the pitchers have dominated. It's really been unbelievable how lopsided it's been. I think the offense is going to get going. There's so many good hitters, in this league and so many dominant lineups and with guys that have kind of scuffled so far. So I think they will get going. There's no doubt about it. But, bro, your Yankees, man, it seems like hard ball, soft ball, whatever ball, dead ball era, whatever. These guys, 1 to 9, can hit the ball in the ballpark anywhere.
Hey, so that's a real thing, huh? What do? They just add a little bit more tightness to the ball? How do they juice the ball, you think, and how big of a difference is it?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know those answers because it kind of goes back and forth when, players say the ball's flying out or the seam's a little tighter, the seam's a little lower. That's some of the pitchers were saying the last couple of years. And, this year they're saying the balls are a little slicker and every ball is hand woven or whatever you say. The seams on the ball are all one by one. So I think any ball can be is woven. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't even know.
Hand stitched, I believe. Hand stitched, I believe. Yeah.
Stitched. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I couldn't think of the word. I'm like stitched, woven, but you know what I'm saying, Pat.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, dude.
Unique, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Yeah. So when you say the stitching is a little lower, what does that mean? The panel of leather's longer, so it's more of a surface area to hit, or what is that?
I don't know, bro. You might have to call Rawlings and ask these questions and maybe see what they have to say because I'm definitely not a ball expert, but I would have to think if the seams are a little lower, maybe the pitchers don't get a good enough grip, because they always talk about they like the seams being up where you could really grip it and rip it and get that spin rate that all the pitchers in the game are looking for nowadays.
And now that they're not allowed to use that tack stuff, spider tack too, right? So the pitchers are about to maybe go back into an era where they have less grip on the ball, so it doesn't move as much. So when you're hunting heaters, a curve might be a heater because the motherfucker doesn't curve, right?
Exactly. That curveball might hang up there just a little bit. And you know what they say, Pat? I don't know if you know, but they say in baseball, you hang it, we bang it.
Yeah, we got good wood on that son bitch.
Yeah, Mayor, I also hunt heaters, but in the form of cigarettes, just like my favorite manager, Jim Leland. Do you think there will ever be another Jim Leland, or is that kind of style of that manager something that's common today?
You know what? I hope so because – gosh, man, Leland is just one of a kind. Was just one of those guys. In between innings. Listen, spikes. He'd wear full unis with spikes on, ready to go. So you'd come out, he'd be in the dugout at like 6:30 for a 7:00 game. You're like, oh my God, he's already got 7 heaters down. Just. All over everybody, ready to go. And in between innings, he had a little chair. He would, in the 90s when he was at the Buccos, he's just in the dugout, curling it up, just ripping them. And then when he was with the Major League Baseball, was like, we don't approve of that, Jim. You got to get out of here. So then when he was with the Tigers, he had a little chair down the stairs. So the inning would end. He would sprint down the stairs and sometimes jump down a flight, to get down there, and would rip 2 heaters an inning. And I hope there's managers that still like Jim Leland because this guy was the greatest ever. And Cooperstown better be calling here soon.
Yeah, they better have a couple packs too. It sounds like better get a whole carton for this guy. What if they? What's it called when they make a mold?
The bust?
What if they make a bust of his face and then a carton of cig
hanging out.
and a carton underneath? I mean, that would be, not great for the game, I guess, at a modern era, but still fucking great for Jim. Go ahead, Tone.
Mayor, who the fuck do these umps think they are? They think this game is about them.
It ain't!
I mean, the check on Mad Bum where the ump just stares him in the eyes waiting for him to look at him. Who do these fucking guys think they are?
These God complex having.
Well, I tell you what, it's one of those things where, I think the umpires at times, they have that same feeling of like, they're getting yelled at all game long from fans from both sides of the dugouts. And I think sometimes they go to that human feeling of, listen, we've had enough. And the whole incident with Mad Bum was not okay. I mean, I don't even know if he checked Mad Bum's hands. He kind of just stared at him the whole time and then tossed him out of the game when he said, hey, listen, get this good thing going. But, hey, the umpires, they have their moments too, and just like every player does.
Is that spider tack thing going to be real forever?
I mean, no more spider tack?
Yeah, you think that's going to be real forever? They go back to these slick balls. I bet you the pitchers get that spider tack back in there, I would assume.
Well, you know what? Sometimes guys will find ways to get stuff on the ball, or they are talking about
Will you tell us one of those ways that you've heard about hilarious fashion? Because I see them checking hats, inside of gloves, inside a shirt. It's like almost childish where they're like, oh, well, we got to check your belt too, the back of your belt, because people have done. Is that real? All those places have been used?
Well, I remember one of the pitchers I played with used to, I think they might have caught the pine tar on his hat or something. So the next time we were out there, he was like, check this out, Case. He's like, look at this right here. He goes, I got some pomade on my neck, clear pomade. So he's like, pomade to the rosin to the ball. That was bringing some really sticky stuff. So, I was like, now that's a lot better than being, right in the open with the pine tar. The pomade to the rosin's clear. You can get away with it. But now with the umpires on top of it, it's tough, man. I can't imagine guys trying to put any substance on a ball.
It's funny to think, though, that that's literally the lengths that they have to go to catch professional baseball players. Like, hey, that's kind of the niche of the game, though, right? Is there's like the strike zone moves. Everybody's trying to get one up on the other. It feels like that is a massive part of it. Is it because it's so old, the game? Because it's so long, you have so much time to think about all this stuff? Why do you think baseball has gotten to the point it is in the style it is?
I think so. Listen, at the end of the day, Pat, I mean, it's been around 150 years. It's America's pastime. Wow. A lot of guys have figured out a lot of different ways to get a competitive advantage. You know what I mean? So I think, with the replays and the videos now, watching these guys like Hawks, it's tough to do what the guys did back in the, even 10 years ago or in the 90s, 80s, 70s, the guys that some of those guys were doing was with the nail filers and all the things they were doing. A lot more cheating back then.
Well, yeah, sounds like the NFL guys go back and they're like, "Oh, your camps are so weak. This is what we used to have to do." The old baseball players go back and they're like, "So you guys can't take a razor out and just start slicing
Slice
up
a couple
that
of
ball,
those stitches off.
kind of get you a little bit more? Can't do that anymore." They're like, no, they stopped that like 20 years ago. Wow, this game so soft, so soft. How do you think baseball is recovering after all the shit that happened this offseason? Was there any blip, you think, in coverage, PR? How are relations, you think? What do you think about the state of the MLB right now after what we just went through?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it was a needed thing, with the collective bargaining agreement. I think both sides kind of figured out that, it needed to move in as better for the players and maybe what the owners had too. But I think missing no games, I think, is huge. Listen, did they miss some time in the offseason? It didn't get going right when it wanted to, spring training a little bit. But I think the biggest thing is you're still playing 162 games. You're still getting all your games in. And I think baseball doesn't miss a beat for, a little bit of the lockout they had because they didn't lose any games.
Well, we can't wait to continue to listen to the mayor's office and to hopefully chat with you as this baseball season continues to unfold, Mayor.
Looking forward, Pat. Anytime, man. Love being on the show, and you guys are awesome, man. And like I said, it's a big party in the Pat McAfee Show every day. I love what you guys do.
We appreciate you. Check out the mayor's office. His podcast is electrifying. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean, the Mayor Casey.
Yeah, Mayor!
Love him.
Yeah.
Wish he was a football player.
Lightning rod.
Wish he was an old football player.
Yeah, me too.
Have him on the show a lot more. Since played baseball, can only chat with him every once in a while. Now we're 20% of the way through the season.
Say we used up one early here.
Yeah, this is very early. Thought we were later in the season when I heard the schedules or the records at this point. 14-20 or something like that is the Pirates are 15-20. Cubs.
Pirates are 15-20. Yeah.
Yeah, the Cubs are 14-20.
Whoa.
That's 34 fucking games.
What happened to the
35
Cowboys?
games. That's a lot of games.
On its way to the
They
top.
are nowhere near finishing.
Oh, no.
No.
They're not even, they're preseason right now, not even through preseason yet. People are still finding their swing, finding their mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because they didn't have spring training. People are actually still doing that, even if they did have spring training.
Yankees, Mets, and the Twins are all doing very well right now. Doesn't
Dodgers.
matter.
No.
Dodgers.
Does not matter. Padres, Dodgers.
Well, they always say, you can't end your season in May, or you can't win. You can't, be in the playoffs
What
by
do they
May.
always say?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
So you play your way out of it, though.
Yeah, there you go. You can play your way out of it. I had it set up perfectly. Yeah. Yeah, boom. That's right. Sean Casey on the mind.
Dude, his electricity whenever Jim Leland's name is mentioned.
He's the best.
There's no
Lights
man
up.
that loves Jim Leland more than him.
I don't think so. But by the way, I think if we met Jim Leland, we might.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear what this guy was doing in full cleats?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000%. He's
Sprinting through the dugout to get down the stairs.
Smoking 2 cigarettes.
Power through 2-6. I mean, the power smoking that Jim Leland had to do down those stairs in full baseball costume in between innings to hide it from the majors. I mean, that's amazing.
Stuff a legend.
he's my hero.
Still around, this guy?
Yeah.
Thank God.
He's around, yeah.
Zito's eyes just got very large in the back. Are we sure?
I'm pretty sure he's still kicking. Yeah.
I'm looking right now.
That guy goes against everything we've ever been told about, smoking too many cigs.
Yeah, if he was dead, I would be crushed right now, too.
If he was dead, you'd know because I don't remember what his jersey number is, but it'd be that percentage off Marlboro Lights.
We're good. 77 years old.
77?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go, Jim.
Crushing it.
Appreciate your service, Jim.
No. Who says cigs are bad for you?
Well, everybody.
Not Jim.
Yeah, well, he probably does. Jim probably says you shouldn't do this. He blows through, too.
Only time the Tigers were good, too, was with Jimmy Leland.
You know why? Think about the vibes on that team.
He also took the Pirates to 3 straight NLCSs, so, I mean.
Yeah, and then he said, get out of town.
Well, Barry Bonds fucking couldn't make a throw from left field,
Gee. That's pretty juiced, though, right?
Tony.
Listen, Barry did a lot of great things to get us to 3 straight NLCS.
Sure.
Yeah,
he was MVP before he started doing potentially, allegedly.
What did you say?
Never tested positive.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
why I said
Yeah.
allegedly.
They were saying something about that one protein bar that, got into a couple of different locker rooms that one of the side effects was your head just...
That's what I was going to say.
They said that did happen. So that protein company that a lot of them were eating.
Yeah, because his cap went from, 7.5 to like a 8 3/4?
Maybe 9.
Yeah,
Maybe 9.
Maybe
Okay.
9, maybe 10.
I'm sure the exact numbers. Like those
Let's get to a
cartoon
break.
hats.
Got real large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as he was testifying, it looked even bigger, right? With
did.
the sport coat that he chose, it almost had like a full. Like whenever people take the picture at the TV.
Yeah, right.
When they do the big thing. That's
It's
kinda
almost like he asked the guy that's sort of like, hey, what suit will make my head look 85 times bigger than the rest of my body?
Yeah. I didn't take anything. He could fucking hit a ball.
Oh, my
Crush
God.
the baseball.
That was a fun run whenever
Yeah.
Barry was bombing
Guy
balls.
can play
Yeah.
some ball.
And by the way, hey, we're not judging. We are just simply stating facts on what we remember from the entire situation.
Never got caught doing anything.
Guy hit 370. 370.
Now, to follow up on a point that the mayor made, that dude failed 630.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable confidence. This guy will get you out of any slump, though.
Bingo.
Boom.
Bam.
Think any players right before, hey, Jim, let me get a pull of that before I head out to the outfield?
I doubt it. You
Batter
should not
should
be.
be able to do it, too.
You should not be smoking cigs.
No, definitely not. I have those sunglasses, though.
Probably that's sig too.
Oh, yeah, I do. Full pack.
Halloween caution.
Could you imagine a batter walks out with a cig, though? How cool that look?
Be a champion.
Savannah Bananas.
You don't
should
have
be
to
doing
do that. The Savannah Bananas had a bat on fire. the
Yeah, I
other
saw
day.
that.
What player was smoking darts on the sideline of the football game?
Nigel.
No,
Yeah.
Kicker?
Tom Brady's
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
guy.
The leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigel Groff.
Nigel walked out there right before hitting a game winner.
Yeah.
Threw it up. And then Keanu was like, I got you. Held it with the wrong hand. Nigel took like 7 steps, kicked the ball.
Yep.
Get off in about 4.2 seconds.
Blockers
Dancing.
were top
Great.
tier.
It was one of the best block units in the history of special teams.
Oh, yeah.
Say the sumo.
Yep.
Follow up, love Nigel.
Yeah.
They love the way he depicted kickers. I think any kicker with, any real personality. Love the way Nigel was. Why'd that stop?
This goddamn thing
I
again?
don't know.
It
Is
literally
another
just
song
paused.
starting right now?
It
or
just
no?
paused.
Same one as yesterday?
This fucking computer.
What's wrong?
It's the summer.
Come on, Dale.
Can't have it.
Yeah, that computer
Jarvis,
being
start
from
music, please.
2008 doesn't help.
Huh?
I said that computer being from 2008 doesn't.
Intern got a laptop.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he's about to get a new one, too. It's fucking sitting right over there.
This is what we should have done.
Yeah. We're swapping computers.
We should have known. We should have known. This thing does stink, though. And no offense to Intel or HP, you know your days.
The only
are
thing
long
that's good
gone.
about that computer, it's touchscreen.
Yeah, that's why we got it, I
good
think.
thing.
And I don't even use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Touch still works.
That's surprising.
Maybe there's some kind of like dust on there that keeps like touching things.
It's got, yeah. I mean, or the update.
Maybe.
Intel's up to the
This thing's 3 years old.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah,
Also-
Intel's up to the 12th gen. What is that one? You said 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're a ways behind. Not to mention AJ dumping Mountain Dew in the motherboard, when
that
he's
was
here.
problematic,
So
yeah.
What are we? So we're on like iPhone 7 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even the
basically.
color
maybe
one.
before that.
4 or 5
5S.
iPhones behind.
Still got a button. Ugh.
Well,
Let's get to a break.
the button, hey, hold
He
on.
still
The
has
button was unbelievable.
The button was not.
The button stunk.
The button was
the button was the only thing that could break on the phone.
Yeah.
And it did.
No, you can break
The most modern, but like from a tech,
Like when you get syrup in there, it sucked.
when that thing would break, it fucked.
Yeah.
Completely fucked. The rest of the phone could look good. That thing gets fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the only thing.
Yeah, you'd have to lock your phone every time you wanted to open it.
Yeah, just a nightmare of a situation. I think the no button definitely good. This most recent one though, they need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Piece of garbage.
What's the deal? We're mad at this. We're mad at that. Are we becoming too spoiled? Possibly.
I don't
No, I
think
was
so.
told
Technology.
most problematic phone of all time.
This particular
This
iPhone.
newest iPhone,
Who's-
yes.
Geek Squad told you that?
Genius, yeah.
Genius people.
Yeah.
So hot seat.
By the way, you never got judged more than when your button wasn't working and you had that phantom ghost button just floating around your home screen, which I'm sure you had.
Oh yeah, all the time. Just for fun. Even
I had a
when-
lot of people telling me that that I need to get an Android there. You know, back in the day.
Those people.
I've never seen people be more wrong about something.
No thanks.
Never. You know who's coming up though, hot on the heels? Google seems to have a pretty good phone.
Yeah.
The Pixel's nice.
A camera, is that the one that bends in half?
No.
I've never seen it in real life. Only seen it on commercials. There's one that bends in
Yeah,
half.
Samsung, I think.
I believe that one's the
Same deal though. You don't want a fucking Google Pixel. No
Don't do
one's
it.
got one of those.
Yeah, green text.
Cam Newton made me go buy one of those phones one time when he was like hot, when he was winning MVPs, and he had a fucking commercial. And I went and bought a phone like that wasn't an iPhone. I never take shit back. Fucking 2 days later, took that phone back. Give me the fucking iPhone.
So you got influenced by Cam Newton to go buy a Google Pixel phone?
I don't think Google Pixel was alive at the time, but it was a certain phone. It was a phone.
BlackBerry?
No, BlackBerry was awesome.
Chocolate.
That little
BlackBerry
ball.
was very cool.
The Alias,
the Pearl.
maybe.
They came back, right? The BlackBerry
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
it's
dead
dead
now.
now.
It's dead again,
Dead. They did have their last.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sucked. dude.
BBM and Brick Breaker on the BlackBerry. Yeah. Top tier.
Anyways, hopefully this will work. Hopefully the phones will work. Let's get to the phones on the other side. 1-833-4 McAfee, the 5 Energy phone line. Can't wait to chat with you. Big thanks to Sean Casey, the mayor, for joining us and bringing a little electricity to the baseball talk. There's a lot of NFL chatter.
Yeah.
And we will get to all of that and the phone calls in 4 minutes. Chris Collinsworth joins us hour 2. Bill Burr joins us hour 3. Yeah. Let's have it Tuesday, May 17th. See you then. They want to play for the Yankees one day. The people I'm playing against. They want to play for the fucking Yankees.
Check out, like, in there, we put a little surprise in there for you.
About to get iced, it feels like. Yeah, I mean, let's start the day, I guess.
What the fuck you get
It's great to be a member of the Washington Wild Things baseball team. We're number 1 in the league, right?
Yeah, let's
Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody else. When I take BP, will there be anybody telling me how to fuck the hit?
No.
It feels like the wind's blowing this way. Might have to attack that fence tonight, huh? Hey, you got it! Does the DJ play heaters like this all night? I started hitting 2 days tonight.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I think I figured it out.
You'll probably only face 90 miles an hour tonight. You should be good.
Is that me in the game then? This is a good at-bat. This is a good at-bat. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Give me it!
1-1 pitch.
Let's go!
Line drive right
Son of
at
a
the
bitch! That came down a lot faster than I thought, though. Let's be honest.
field. It's deep,
Go, Cubs.
and it is off the wall.
Go, Cubs.
Field it out.
Excuse me! If you could all get off of my dick, we would be better off. Tell you what, would have been nice to take a nap earlier.
Another throw.
Get back!
First.
You have to tell me when that's happening. You're making me look bad. Hey, Steven, fuck you. Hey, fuck you, Steven. Hey, nice pitch. 149. Does that feel good, Steven? Oh, wow. Wow.
He tosses him the ball.
Wow. Back to being a player now. Making plays. Touchdown. What inning is it?
Top of the second.
Jesus. But it was finally my time to get in that box.
Number 1, the right fielder, the former punter from West Virginia, a former Indianapolis Colt, and a current Barstool Sports personality, Pat McAfee.
The anticipation is real.
Oh, fuck.
Hit out to
I'm in the hole? Son of a bitch. This is about to happen.
and that will bring up Pat McAfee once again.
First pitch from Reynaldo Lopez, swing and a miss by McAfee.
Hey. What was that? And the catcher goes, I had to give you one.
Looked off speed.
What was that? Then I look at the pitcher, and he's smiling. He's like laughing, like he's toying with me like I'm a child. It all comes down to this. my last at bat. Hey, I'm gonna get on. You bring me home.
This is your life on the line, fucker.
Let me tell you something. You're going to take an L, okay? You're going to take one.
So I think that the close your eyes and swing method is perfect for you.
Oh, this is hardball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jesus. You have no prayer.
All batting. Number 1, right fielder, McAfee.
Oh, boy. Oh, this is the thing. Let's go! What's up? This is called Could I Be Quarterback in the USFL Basketball Shot? Take one. You tell me.
Hell yeah.
Today's show is brought to you by the best ticket buying app on planet Earth and
the moon.
That's right. You know who that is?
Who?
SeatGeek.
Whoa.
Love SeatGeek.
And we've been fucking around with this planet Earth and the moon for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
You might be buying tickets to something on the moons.
Ooh. Yeah.
We heard Jim Irsay talking about it. How many miles is the moon? 208,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they got plans for something up on the moon.
Yeah.
Now that we're seeing doors in the side of Mars where you just kind of got to enter a portal to where they've been living this entire time.
Whole time.
One of the most obvious things in my mind, been pitching for a long time, been called crazy and such, but, you know, hey, there was a full hearing on it this morning. These things are everywhere.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
Hey, these things are everywhere. What Foxy and I saw, fucking UFO.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
Or a portal.
Boom. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Something.
UAP. Full on.
Yeah.
The people that were talking in these testifying this morning in front of the Congress hearing, whatever it was, they didn't seem to have a lot of answers on some stuff.
Or they don't want to give answers.
They had less answers than Mark DeLong.
Yeah. Not saying something.
Okay. Now, there was a lot of things brought up, though, that it feels like maybe the next one, because what I feel like I read on the internet is like, hey, this is going to be the first of many. Let's
get the ball rolling
This is
here.
going to continue to go. The good news is tomorrow, we got a guy that was in there.
What?
Yeah. Mike Gallagher. Oh. No relation, I don't think, to the watermelon smashing. This is Rep Congressman.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe he's congressman.
Are congressmen reps?
Yes, representative.
House of Representatives, yeah.
So Representative Mike Gallagher out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, who was in the Intel committee meeting thing. By the way, I don't want to say made a couple people squirm. Asked some good questions.
Came prepared.
Yeah. Didn't get any answers, by the way.
No.
Asked questions about stuff that we had all heard about on the outside, but somehow the two people that are in charge had not heard about it under oath or whatever. That's interesting because either they're not lying or they are lying and they're breaking the law. But if they're not lying, it's like, well, what have you been doing? If you're in charge of this entire thing that's going on, it feels like the internet's more interested in your job than you are. What the fuck's going on? We get Rep Mike Gallagher tomorrow.
Let's go, Mike.
He was in there.
He was asking some good questions.
Yeah, he asked for some footage or whatever that they hadn't seen. One of the things that they had.
Yeah, and he had like a full thing. He's, well, okay, well, I guess I'll just submit this to you guys to read then for the next time we chat.
You should see our footage.
Yeah, whoa. We'll show him tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right.
And maybe this gets to the people that were sitting, Scott Conway, Brett Conway, Ronald something. Ronald and something Conway were testifying. They're like the heads of Naval Intelligence Committee, whatever. And they're supposed to be the ones that know all the answers about the UAPs and UFOs. A lot of word salad out there.
Yeah.
The production was interesting. You know, they didn't have him mic'd up while he's going through a video that they couldn't pause or play. A little bit of an issue when it comes to a video.
Right.
Especially whenever it's fast moving
Fast-moving clip.
That was we only saw the first 10 minutes though. We didn't watch the rest of it because, to be honest, it was tough. But we got Mike Gallagher tomorrow. We will ask him what he knows.
Good.
Thank you, Mike.
He knows a lot.
His questions seem to be very well.
Yeah.
Very well researched.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about it. Guy, I guess we learned a little bit about him. Former Marine. Can't wait to talk to the devil dog himself.
That's right.
But SeatGeek, anyways, 10% off. All tickets at the link in our description. I think you should think about getting out there and living a little bit. Concert shows, sports are happening. Obviously, we just talked baseball. Hockey's still taking place. Basketball's still taking place.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many concerts this summer. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy life. Enjoy being outside again. Enjoy being with people, giving a hey, good to see you. It's good to see you. I don't know you. I would have never known you other than maybe you tweeting something like disrespectful and then me fighting you, but now we're out in real life enjoying the same things. Oh, we have a lot more in common than we actually think we do. Hey, let's go. Hey! That's what FanDuel is providing. SeatGeek is providing.
And
FanDuel as well. But SeatGeek is providing memories, you know? Stories to be told at like bachelor parties. Hey, you remember when we went and saw blah, blah, blah. We went and did blah, blah, blah.
That was awesome.
You're alive, but are you living? Go live with SeatGeek. And use the link in our description, get 10% off. Yeah, because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
You'd be a fool.
Around the NFL, Tom Brady says, fuck you to the media. This is a direct quote from Tom Brady in a video that was released, I believe, by the Bucks social media team. And I'll let you watch and listen before we give our thoughts. But the more and more I hear of Tom Brady, the more and more I appreciate how the man in the arena thing was named the man in the arena because how much Tom Brady hates the media that judges the people that are actually in the arenas. This is from the Buccaneers social media team.
The Buccaneers, one of the things they had on their side last year was luck. They just got very fortunate. They were very healthy going down the stretch and into the playoffs. Now here we are a year later, and it looks like the opposite.
This is after they lost.
I'm wondering how much Leftwich is going to have to change the identity of this offense.
To stick with Brady for a second, he has this particular game once a year. You just can kind of see he's mentally figured out it's not going to happen for me today.
And at this point, he's been so successful at everything he's done. Is he becoming a bad sport?
I just look at the TV and I go like this. You guys, you TV.
Fuck you. Double birds flying, by the way. That is literally what he said to that. And then if you watch the entire Man in the Arena documentary, there's clips of Skip Bayless playing the same tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Like 1990 almost, 2000. The amount of, motivation that Tom Brady has garnered and gathered from everybody else doubting him. And for a long time before social media was in everybody's pockets, they always said, oh, don't listen to what they're saying about you. You can't listen to what they're saying about you. You got to keep the articles and press clippings out of there or whatever. It's like, I don't think that was accurate at the time. I don't think that's accurate now. I think there's a lot of people that use other people's words as motivation to keep going. LeBron James did a full Q&A last night. You could tell that he listens to everybody calling him washed and by the way he operates. Tom Brady clearly operates in that fashion. That's how the greats, Michael Jordan would have done it in the same exact fashion. I think we should stop telling people that they shouldn't listen to bad things that are said about them. Instead, you should utilize it as fuel and say, hey, fuck you. Now, listen, prove your people right. Like, hey, thank you for supporting me. That's obviously a much more positive way to do it. But as somebody that potentially does like a nice, hey, when you go to bed at night, you got to know you were fucking wrong. Like, that is a cool motivation, and it's obvious that that's Tom Brady's main motive.
Yeah, that's why he's the best ever. I mean, even with how wealthy he's gotten and how comfortable his life is and how much he's accomplished on the football field, like, this shit still drives him and it still pisses him off. And it'd be very easy to be in the position he's at where it's just like, who gives a shit? I don't care what anyone says. But it gets to him and it's still like, okay, fuck you guys. You don't think I can do this again?
I wonder how uncomfortable it is at, like, family cookouts or barbecues or picnics, whichever you call it, from wherever you are from, and Tom's playing cornhole and somebody starts to beat him.
Don't want to be that
like
guy.
Michael Jordan at like a gathering. Somebody accidentally starts beating him. How pissed they get. Like the competitive stamina. Now, that's me saying that they can't control it, but to be that competitive for that long, everything about you has to be competitive, I assume. It's like Pete Carroll's big thing is, hey, we're competing and stretching, we're competing and running, we're competing in this. That level of stamina in the competitive energy game, I have nothing but respect for. Because at one point, I might have felt that way. Then I got older and I was like, hey, shit happens.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you just ain't got it. That ain't never happened for Tom. I love watching it. Fucking right on.
Let's go.
On, dude. Are you kidding me, Foxy? Huh?
Well done.
Zito, your countdown was perfectly timed,
Wow.
by the way.
That was the mayor right on the screws.
Zito was right on the seconds, you know? Because Zito's got a lot going on back there, so every once in a while it's 30, 10, 6, 5, 4. You know, Zito's trying to catch up. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know how much we got there because Zito's got 10 different things. That time, Zito, you did incredible there. Thank you, Zito. Thank you. It felt like his countdown was going like right in between my words too. It was almost like we were perfectly in sync. We were waltzing right there. Yeah. Hey, Zito, let's go, you and me, huh?
Here we go, boys.
Nice job, Zito. Come on.
Next hour, we got Chris Collinsworth, AJ Hawk, a lot of football stuff to talk about, including Monday Night Football being able to flex games, which is what Sunday Night Football has been able to do for a long time. That's why Sunday Night Football has many more bangers than the other primetime football, because at that point of the season, later in the season, you have no idea who's going to be good, who's going to suck. So, for instance, the Bengals, 4 wins, then they go to Super Bowl. Oh, let's flex them into Sunday Night Football because their game that didn't matter at all before the season started in week 12 or 13, now all of a sudden is very important. Let's go ahead and sub this shit game out. Let's put a good game in. And every NFL fan's like, Sunday Night Football is the best, dude. They always have good matchups. It's like, well, yeah, they can literally, hey, excuse me.
Pick and choose.
Monday Night Football going to be able to do that for a portion of the season next year. We'll talk about that and more. Yeah, big hour 2 coming.
Hell yeah.
Huge. We talked enough baseball for the next month, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Felt good.
Glad we did it.
We had a good baseball talk.
Oh, yeah, great. I think so. Tough not to with the mayor.
Spider talk. Yeah, I guess talking anything about the mayor would be good.
Yeah.
It's just always got it.
We're going to try to get it next hour.
Oh, next hour for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
You think at one point somebody will look back on hour 2 of Tuesday, May 17th show, 2022, and say, you know what? That was their best work.
Creme de la
I
creme.
think people are going to say that changed my life. That hour actually.
Life-changing hour.
Wow. It's 4 minutes away. That's high expectations from Connor. I want to let you know that the opinions of Connor do not reflect that of his co-workers or his employer.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I disagree. I think it's going to be the best, and we're going to be life-changing.
Boom.
Does reflect this coworker.
Well, how about you, Ty?
Well, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure on Chris Collinsworth.
Pressure
And
makes
us.
diamonds.
And AJ.
And AJ.
All right, let's do it. I'm on your guys' side.
Let's
Here we
go.
go, boys. Here we
All
go.
right.
Now we go.
All right, we're back in 4 minutes with a life-changing hour.
Yeah.
Are we just reading Gary Vee quotes the entire time?
Bingo. That's what
Something
we'll
to
do.
think about. No, we won't do that, but it will be equal to that in like life-changing.
We should just live stream VCon.
It's not up yet, but it is this week.
We should force Collinsworth into giving
I think they're on track.
$100,000.
Today's travel day.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, we're back in 3 minutes with maybe a life-changing hour. That's we're all hoping.
It's going to be.
All right, let's do it. We'll do it then. Hour 2 on the other side.
So I'm going to give my weekly story when Pat comes on.
Yes.
Here we go.
Like
So
this is my bedtime story right now.
there's a couple refs that you just have it out for, or they have it out for you. And I'm like, before the game, I get the paper, I look, I see who the referees are. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get a penalty called against me for sure in this game. And so I'll just say this: Bill McCreary.
Wild Bill.
We
Wild
fucking
Bill.
hate that guy, dude.
No, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. And I run into him actually in Pittsburgh all the time. So I'm playing in New Jersey, and Bill, there's like a whatever. The other team trips one of our guys, like a blatant call that's missed. I stand up on the bench. What you do just to be an asshole? I stand up on the bench, take my stick over the board, just boom, 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 boom. I mean, you can hear it through the arena, right? Just boom, boom, boom. Like, come on! It shows him up, right? Come on! And all of a sudden, I see Bill just look across. He goes, boom, and he's got like this heavy mustache, like this. His mustache, he's just eyeballing me across the way. And he looks at me. I'm standing up. I'm banging my stick. I'm like, fuck you, or whatever. So then the play goes on, and I'm tying my skates. I'm on the bench. I'm going like this. I bend down. I'm tying my skates. So like the top of the boards is right here. My head's down. TV timeout. All of a sudden, I hear, shh, someone stops right here. And I look up, and Bill McCreary's like eyeball to eyeball with me. And he goes, are you showing me up? You want to fucking go? You want to go? And he goes like this. I swear to God, he goes like this. He backs away from me. Let me grab my mic. He backs away from me from the bench. And he goes like this. Come on. And I stand up and I go, Bill, are you challenging me to a fucking fight? I'm like, you asshole, you think I can't? If I fight you, I'll never play a game in this league again. He goes, let's go. Come on, let's go, tough guy. And I'm like, my mind is going like in circles. I'm like, do I fight this guy? Like, I'm not, what am I supposed to do? Like, I was like, and like, he totally won. He knew I couldn't do anything. And I'm just like, and it just got to my, I was like, you know what? I'm like, fuck you. And I sat down, and then it was like, I was like, he totally just dominated me right there. And then the next game we played, I was taking the opening face off of the game. He's dropping the puck. He's standing there before the puck drop. I look at him, he looks at me. I look at him, he looks at me. And then finally I go, hey, Bill. I go, Billy, let's bury the hatchet, man. I'm sorry. I got away from myself last game. I got away from myself last game. Like, this isn't, I don't treat referees like that. And he goes, no, I did too. I let the heat of the moment get the best of me. All right, man. Truce. All right, cool. Truce. Drops the puck by the end of the first period. We're fuck you.
This seems to be a thing with you.
I run into him all the time. He's a great dude, but that's how it is, man.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we could talk about.
Yes, speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to that show. Hour 2 of this life-changing sports program. Oh, no. Tuesday, May 17th begins, right? Now.
Yeah!
Stumbled out the gates,
Yeah,
Tone.
tell me
What happened there?
I don't know. I was trying to do something. Only hell came out.
Oh, you're doing too much, huh?
Yeah, way
doing too much. It's all right. You look fantastic. You're very...
Stick to your role, loser.
Yeah, no. You're all loser.
Tony.
You were just super positive about what this hour was going to be.
It's dead already.
No, it's not.
No, Tony.
We will not allow your stumble to stop our entire voyage, okay? This is going to be a great hour. The Talk to Table is here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt, and obviously, Tone Diggs, you're going to be back better than ever.
Sure.
Your next take's your best take. I can't wait to hear it out of that 1.5 of the Hammer Dahn Cowboys. The other half at Bubba Gumpino. Now, Gumpy, hey, I've been waiting to talk about this until this hour because there's a man that's going to join us here in a little bit that definitely needs to hear this. Mm-hmm. The soccer world is about to be rattled to its core. Everybody knows the name. Messi. Once a player for Barcelona. Mm-hmm. His entire life born and raised within the confines of the Barcelona Football Club. He went to school there, he trained there, he worked there. He became the greatest soccer player on earth at Barcelona FC. Then, when he left and went to PSG just last offseason because Barcelona almost went into bankruptcy.
That's right.
He kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he did.
And when he disappeared, people were like, is Messi done on the soccer field? He was great at Barcelona. He was the greatest at Barcelona. Now he's become somebody that nobody even chats about. The announcement has been made. Messi is coming to the MLS. Yeah! Lionel Messi is set to head to the MLS in 2023. The Argentine will spend next season at PSG before leaving European football and buying 35% of Inter Miami, being Jackie Moon and joining David Beckham's franchise. There is a total agreement between both parties. Source Alex Candle. This is via Transfer News Live on Twitter. I hate to say this to the world. I hate it. I don't like to do this.
Yeah, I know.
I like to be a beacon of optimism and positivity, and everybody's welcome here. And everybody is welcome here. And your chats and conversations and thoughts are certainly, appreciated, respected in this particular conversation and show. But soccer's our game now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, boys.
Sorry about it. We're about to win the Soccer Lombardi in Qatar. Okay?
Yeah.
They're playing it during American football season. You think that's a coincidence? No, because it's our fucking game now. We got Messi coming over. Wait till Ronaldo signs over here. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was already here, obviously. The MLS is about to be a problem. We want Inter Miami in the Champions League starting immediately upon Messi's arrival. You're welcome, world. You're welcome, soccer. It's our game now. Gumpy, did I get everything right there? Or did I miss anything in the soccer history, in the soccer future that is 100% ours now?
Spot on, my friend. This is what the MLS wanted when it started. Guys like this who are at a point in their career where they're not playing in Europe anymore. Now they come to the MLS and dominate.
What point is that? Their best, their prime?
Yeah.
This is when they're playing their best soccer?
That's right. I'm not so sure Mbappe doesn't come over and play for Miami too, because he's up in the air.
Well, I've seen David Beckham over there dapping everybody up at PSG. This is probably when he was negotiating a deal with Messi to buy Inter Miami, but maybe Mbappe comes over with Messi. I don't know if they liked each other. Did they play good together this year?
Mbappe, unfortunately, just signed with Real Madrid for next season.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe if he's player coach.
Big money transfer.
If he hates Messi's guts.
Does he own the team? Does he own the team?
If he hates Messi's guts, maybe he fucking goes and signs with the Portland Timbers.
Whoa.
Okay.
Could you imagine Mbappe up there at the Portland?
Oh, God.
Be a good club.
Dude, imagine Mbappe and Lionel Messi taking their respective clubs into the MLS championship and then going and competing in the Champions League.
Now we got a league.
What
Now
if
we're playing
CR7's
soccer.
on the Red Bulls?
Well,
What's that scumbag Dahn up to?
What do you mean?
he should coach. You're
Oh,
saying
yeah,
he's
he
coach.
was.
He's a coach now.
Yeah.
He's a coach.
I mean, Neymar could come and play for the New England Revolution. And
Nah, nobody wants to play up there. for
Everyone, we're the best team in the league. We were last year.
No, you're not.
We're going to be this year.
Now, the Columbus Crew got a brand new stadium. Maybe CR7 goes and plays for the Columbus Crew. Works Cristiano's Columbus
would
Crew.
he hate that?
Yeah, Ronaldo ain't going to Ohio.
The minor league team just beat the Columbus Crew, Pat.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Is Messi going to score like 8 goals a game?
No. Yes.
I don't know who that is.
So when David Beckham signed with the MLS, this was at like the middle of the Beckham mania that was going on, which happened in World Cup when he hit a PK like 90-some miles an hour, and then he hit a free kick, and then the Bennett like Beckham thing happened. And obviously he's incredibly attractive. And through Manchester United's growth in America, he became an absolute champion of soccer in America. So they just gave him I think he was making $5 million a day, maybe for 3 straight years or something, to come and play for the LA Galaxy. And when he got here, there was like some 80-yard balls he was hitting people. He's hitting some free kicks. Like, he definitely did well. Zlatan Ibrahimovic came in with a bang. Every time these guys show up in the league, I think Henry even had a pretty good run there with the Red Bulls. I think every time somebody comes to the MLS, they do have success pretty quickly. So let's assume Messi's going to do his thing.
Pirlo, he crushed when he came over, played for that New York team as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
David Villa.
Oh, yeah, of course.
For fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, is it time for Prolific to come home then?
No.
We have more news for Messi, I guess. Bogus report, read 35% of it in Miami. This is a negotiating ploy, not something that has been discussed. Messi to Miami has absolutely been on the table. However, and with the new stadium incoming, it's not as long of a shot as many think.
What?
Well, I thought it was confirmed.
What did Taylor Twellman just say?
Twellman's probably mad he's not going to fucking Chelsea.
That's just because it seemed like Twellerman was leaning Chelsea in the Chelsea-Liverpool FA Cup final because he thought Chelsea was going to win probably? Is that what?
No, what he said was there was more pressure on Liverpool because they'd already won a cup and Chelsea had been bad all year, so there was no pressure on them to win the game.
Well, how'd they get in the FA Cup final?
Exactly.
Hey, that's a stupid sport. That's like winning with no hits.
That's Twellerman.
That happened
That's
in baseball.
Twellerman.
Twellerman's probably a good guy. He's taking a lot of shots. I mean, Gumpy, personal shot there. But so we don't know if this is real or not. To get to the bottom of it, joining us now, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup champion, COVID survivor, AJ Hawk. AJ, so is Messi going to Miami or not?
All the reports I have read, and I am dialed into that soccer culture.
Yep.
I think Messi is going to be in Miami. He's going to be a part owner, and they're probably going to win it like 10 straight times, 10 straight years to win one of the 15 soccer championships that they have per month.
Well, the thing about those soccer championships is there's only a couple of them that matter. The Concaifa,
Right.
I think that's the number one. No, I'm sorry. The Soccer Lombardi.
That's number one.
Soccer Lombardi's number one. Concaifa's number 2. MLS Cup's number 3.
Yes.
And then I guess Champions League is
Euros,
right below.
Don't forget the Euros.
Euros are
The Euros,
4-5 probably.
the FA one's a lot older than the Euros, so go ahead and drop that one down a little bit.
Gonzalo Higuain is already at Inter Miami as well,
really?
who played on Argentina with Messi.
So he's a childhood friend.
Yes.
They play up top together, and they are a formidable foe.
Oh, and Messi's like, so I'm going to make money off this team, and I'm going to get to slice and dice people with old childhood friend. Let's go and do this.
Can an MLS team, though, Pat? Sorry, can an MLS team go to the Champions League? Can we see them do that?
Well, that's what we've been saying this entire time. It's our sport now. So if you want to actually call it the Champions League, like you got to have a representative from the MLS.
Top 4 from MLS should go.
Yeah.
Can you imagine we send a team over there and 20-0?
No. No, 20-0 them, you mean? Inter Miami?
Yeah, of course. Remember, same league that we saw a goalie whiff on a pass back to him numerous days in a row, I think, during the entire bubble.
The guy had a sitter in a box that took a massive divot.
He
and
fell.
just-
Fell on his face. Now, that was in the middle of COVID, so we don't know what everybody was going through.
Right.
Yes.
The MLS is back tournament did save us. That was all we had.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Remember all the rules? They had to wear a mask to the field, but on the field, they were allowed to dap each other
Let
up
it
with no
rip.
mask. And then as soon as they step off, they're allowed to get a quick drink of water, mask back on.
Yeah.
I wonder what the efficiency of all that was when we'll find out like 10, 15 years from now. You know what I mean, AJ?
We'll never find out anything.
Well, that's funny. Good transition. We're going to learn about aliens on this program tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You hear me?
Who's coming on?
We got somebody that was in the room where it happened.
Wait, he was abducted?
No.
Good. Actually, we don't know.
No, well, he didn't tell me.
No, because if
he didn't say it this morning either. He was in the Congress thing where they talked about the UFO things.
Wait, did you have him set up before you even watched this, or how did this happen?
No. Actually, I guess he's a fan of the show. He's from Green Bay. His people, his PR people, his comms, sorry. His comms people heard us talking about it, and I guess they pitched the idea to him. He said, cool. They reach out to us. Boom. We were like, yeah, definitely want somebody that knows information about aliens on the show. Then we watched the little thing. He went.
He's prepared.
He asked. I'm squirming a little. There was a couple of one of these. So I'm like, all right, I think we're going to get good shit out of this. I'm excited for this guy. Seems like fastest congressman, fastest, won the race. He former Marine. And he seems to be very well researched in the entire, hey, me and Foxy definitely saw a UAP flying outside of our plane.
I mean, I think it's going to be great. Yeah, but did anyone in that whole hearing get any questions answered? Did anything happen?
Let me tell you, and I don't
saw
watch
the doorway thing. What about the Mars doorway situation? Did that come out?
That did come out, but I don't believe that was chatted about in the part that we saw. And this is, I don't watch this ever, C-SPAN ever. Turn it on for this, obviously, because I'm super interested in all this. Is it always like that? Like, you know how team meetings are player-only meetings in the NFL are always like, hey, okay, who's the hardest, who's the toughest, who's the most gangster, who came from the worst play? And that's basically what not all of them, but a lot of player meetings turn into that. Say, anybody else have anything to say? Go ahead and speak your mind. Okay, guy that nobody wants to hear speak is now speaking, telling entire testimony. All right.
Yelling at the team, too. Yelling at the whole team.
Yeah, where he came from, what he did, what we don't understand, and all this, and what we need. Okay. All right, thank you. And then that person's done. It's like, all right, player-only meeting. That should have been over like 2 guys ago. Now it's over. Anybody else? I wasn't going to say it, but it's on my heart. All right, go up there.
This is so accurate.
Yeah, all right, here we go. And then it's just sitting there like, here we go. Like the first 3 people we wanted to hear from should be talking. Now we're kind of going through this thing, and everybody's trying to up the bar of who's the toughest. It's a classic player-only meeting. It's basically the blueprint of it. I don't know this shit enough. Everybody was trying to sound smarter than the person before them.
Yeah.
Is that what the way they were phrasing their questions? There's no way they wanted me to understand what the fuck they were saying. It seemed like they were speaking in legalese the entire time. Word salad and vomit just falling out of every person's mouth as they're asking the question. And then the answer, guess what? Oh, that's two-way street of who's smarter than who. Well, contractually, we didn't blah, 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 blah. It was, so I couldn't hear anything. Somebody much smarter than me might have been able to pick up some shit, but it sounded like they were speaking in a different language, AJ.
I mean, that makes sense. That's what people tend to do, like when they don't want to give answers, or they could speak for 5 minutes at a time without saying anything. Like that happens a lot, I think, when the people are given answers. Like if you're being questioned in a setting like that, you want to talk as long as you can without saying anything. And I think that's always their goal.
Oh, yeah, Succession. They said the longer you talk, the less time they have to ask their questions and accuse you of stuff. But that wasn't
what you can ask cool questions, though. You got to find a way to jam in your questions like exactly what you're trying to get across.
Oh, yeah, so a filibuster is when you just start speaking, right?
Yeah. They were deflecting a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of we can't confirm, not in our department. It's like, well, you guys oversee everything we thought. Like they're like, not in ours. It was like, whoa, what's going on? So it almost felt like they were defensive. I didn't know this was like a trial of the two people that are in charge. I thought that was hey, we're spilling information. But it was clearly we don't know what we're all allowed to say, what we're not allowed to say.
I think Big G called him out for it, too.
Mike Gallagher? Yeah. He by the way, Big G, I don't know if that's what we're calling him. Big G, though, the guy's coming on the show tomorrow, he, very respectful, by the way, the way he asked his question. Had some word salad in there. I didn't understand a lot of things he was saying, but he was referencing a lot of things that we had known about on the internet for a long time that they clearly did not know about. Like we don't personally know that information or whatever. He's like, well, a pretty big situation. Who would know if you guys don't? Well, we haven't looked into it because nobody of authority has told us to look into it or whatever. And he was like, well, I don't consider myself a person of authority, but I would like us to look into it. Yeah. So I'm intrigued to see how it all goes. I texted Gonzo, because that's Gonzo's world. I'm like, Gonzo, will any one of these fuckers just ask, hey, are there aliens in the United States of America? Like, will anybody ask that? And I got a laugh, a pop out of them. But nobody did. Nobody asked that question.
I mean, no matter what they ask in there, I feel like they're not going to get anything. So that's why it'll be fun to have Big G on the show tomorrow. We can ask him these things like, what's it like? How do you sit there and prepare these questions? Like, hey, I have to find a way to be very concise in the short amount of time I have.
I will say, hey, we did not know this guy existed before yesterday.
No.
He wants to come on the show.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, cool. His people want to come on the show. Cool. And then we watch his performance in there. It's like, all right, feel like we got a guy.
Yeah. Crushed.
Is this our new Gonzo? Is this our new Gonzo when we have questions?
We call him. We're going to call him anytime we ever have a question about anything to do with politics or lawmaking or anything.
Hey, just quick, why is this happening? Okay, the amount of times I do that to Gonzo, like, hey, I just read a headline. Why does everybody want you dead right now? Well, Pat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to go back to sports. Yeah. I'm excited for that tomorrow. Let's dive into some NFL stuff, shall we, AJ? Monday Night Football will be able to flex games during weeks 14 through 18. But it was pointed out that we're not sure in the last week of the season they have a Monday Night Football game. So this might be just 14 through 17. Nonetheless, this is great news for everybody's entertainment value and great news for Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, who were probably looking at what games were being had on Monday Night Football towards the end of the season with teams that were projected to be good and then end up having a unlucky injury to a star player and their season doesn't go nearly as good as everybody had expected when they were creating the schedule months and months beforehand. The ability to flex Sunday Night Football has used to great success. Sunday Night Football for like 16 years now has been the best game of the week every single week. Everybody's watching it. Football Night in America does its thing. It's the best wrap-up show. I mean, that is a beautiful thing. And a large part of it is because the ability to flex a game that fucking matters into prime time. Now that ESPN's able to do that, that's great news. Thursday night will never be able to do this, but I'm happy that Monday night's able to do it. Is there any drawbacks? And what are your thoughts, you think, AJ?
I mean, any drawback just goes to those specific teams that either get flexed into that or flexed out. Like, I guess if you're flexed in, coaches should, like, I don't know, if you're the owner of a team and GM, I think you absolutely are excited because, hey, here we go, primetime game Monday night. This means people want to watch us play or they think people want to watch us play. But, you know the old school coaches, though, want to know their schedule, want to know what day you're playing on. We have our routine, and they don't want to, derail that. But I think also COVID helped this too. Guys had to juggle and figure things out with schedules, and
Wednesday,
Zoom meetings, all of that stuff. So I think now they're equipped to handle it, and I think it's great. People, even players that play in the NFL, they don't want to watch a garbage Monday night game if they're not playing in it. They're like, okay, cool, let's flex it out and see a game I want to see.
That's one of the only games, by the way, the players can watch. So like Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, during the week, the only games that guys really get a chance to watch. And I think you're talking about it because the conversation normally like, this game is trash. Like, this is a trash game. Like, who cares about these teams? That happens. And I think that is a large part of Monday Night Football losing its prestige over time. Monday Night Football used to be like a mini Super Bowl every single week. Like it was
an event. My generation, I'm 38. My generation, I still remember, like, it's the old nostalgia thing. Old Pistol would make a fire in our fireplace. It was fall. My brothers, we'd pack pillows down and we'd get to stay up later and watch Monday Night Football. And it was a thing. We'd fall asleep by halftime or whatever. But it was like, that's what I remember as a child, like as a kid. And I don't know if they have that anymore. I don't know if it's like appointment football as much as it once was.
And I don't know if it'll ever will be, because that was back when I think like Madden was doing it, and Gruden then got into it, and it was a big deal. But being able to flex games in there with Joe and Troy, I think it'll add a little bit more buzz. Now, that is only 3 weeks. So
Week 18, I looked it up. Since they don't have the Monday Night Football, obviously Week 18, I believe there's 2 games on Saturday. One of those is Monday Night Football.
So technically it's Monday Night Football, but it's on a Saturday.
Correct.
So it's Saturday, Monday Night Football.
So I think they'll be able to flex one of those.
Oh, that's very nice for them. And that stinks more than the Monday flex, for sure. Saturday, earlier in the week, stinks much more than a Monday flex. Somebody getting flexed from Sunday to Monday, I don't think a big deal except for on the back end, but you're getting a Monday Night Football game, so who cares? From Monday to Sunday, you probably have to know like a week out, 2 weeks out. Doesn't change anything. You're back to regular schedule. I mean, it is. I think the logistics of it, I don't think it's a big problem. I think that's why I've been asking and wondering why this hasn't happened. And I assume ESPN was doing the same thing. Like, hey, why do we get stuck with games that are ass late in the season when we could clearly just take this game that was scheduled for 1 o'clock was going to be regional. This divisional game now all of a sudden means like one playoff spot or no playoff spots coming out of that. That is huge. And I think to go back to talking about how as an event, that helps. That helps massively. Now, granted, the coverage of Monday Night Football and the way it's kind of been handled over the last 5 years, 6 years has been obviously a part of it, a part of the conversation. But if you have great football games, nothing else matters. You have great football games, nothing else matters. Everybody will pay attention.
Yeah, now that Joe and Troy are the people who are going to be calling the game, it feels like it might go back to that appointment television. And now Monday Night Football is a playoff game too, right? That first wild card weekend, they actually get one on the Monday.
How do we feel about that? A Saturday, Sunday, and Monday primetime playoff games?
Well, that's why I thought maybe the Week 18 game would still be on Monday, because I can just pick one of the teams that might play the week after still on a Monday.
I like them moving into Saturday late in the season a lot.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That super wild card weekend.
So good.
Oh, my.
Goes by too fast every year.
I agree. We got to remember, okay, let's remind ourselves to embrace those moments a little bit more. To wake up on that Saturday where we got NFL all day.
Damn right.
And then on Sunday where we got NFL all day. And then now what? We got Monday night?
Yeah.
Last week. Or last year was what? Cardinals-Rams was the Monday night playoff game. And that was actually a nice blowout.
Hey, let's enjoy it.
Here we go.
Let's enjoy that. You remember we had these conversations to ourselves whenever the world stopped.
Yeah.
And we kind of got past that, didn't we? We would start judging, this game stinks.
Yeah.
This game stinks. Let's remember, there was a time when there was no games, AJ. And that time's right fucking now.
I think we judged games pretty quickly when we were so excited to see what was the baseball that came on first.
Korean baseball. The Dinos were a fucking wagon.
Dinos forever.
They were.
They had one game? People gave it about one game, I think.
3.
Yeah, give it a weekend set.
Yeah, we tried our best because it was taking over all of television.
It was. They're bumping shows.
Yeah, they're bumping.
To show the KBL.
Yeah. In the morning, too, you wake up, get a chance to watch the Dinos smash some baseballs, a little celebratory mascot dance in the background, bunch of cardboard cutouts on the other side of Earth.
Well, it started with the thing before the cardboard cutouts, too. They had sex dolls in there for a while.
Oh, yeah, and then America Television was like, we understand you guys are okay with all that, but we can't just have 20,000 dildos staring at us.
Sorry.
Sorry about dinos, okay? Put the dino dicks away. If you want to air on ESPN.
They didn't really have 20,000 sex dolls there, did they?
Yes, they did.
I don't know about 20,000. At least 5, though.
Yeah, they were all right behind home plate.
Yeah.
Mouths wide open.
Yeah.
Was it on purpose to be a joke, or were they trolling people, or was this like, hey, we need bodies in here?
Well, I think it was a combination of all of those.
Yeah.
Combination of all
The
of
headquarters of sex bots was in Korea at the time, and they just threw them all in there. They had
It's a big marketing plan.
Big sponsor, big sponsor.
Did they let people did they open the gates eventually, masked obviously, and let people sprint in and try to, firemen carry 2 sex dolls on their shoulders out of the place?
Hey, you remember that doll you've been staring down behind home plate? One time only. You get in here early, there'll be like a big
Black
sale
Friday.
Friday. Big sale Friday. I gotta go get that spray paint blonde. She's been eyeing me behind the Dino's home plate this whole fucking COVID. I'm going to do terrible things to that. Get in there, get stolen right in front of you. Oh, no! Sex dolls. What a scene. What a scene. That's all kind of changing with the Oculus situation, I guess, huh?
They were fined $100 million.
By who?
Let's see, I'm guessing the league.
Are they gonna pay it?
Korean baseball doesn't fuck around with that.
No, they don't.
$100 million?
It doesn't say dollars. It just says team fined $100 million.
I don't know what the exchange rate is for their cash versus ours.
100 million won.
Oh.
So how many is that? What's the exchange rate?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
$50.
I'll tell you what the exchange rate will get you. You go into Canada with Canada beating America, you get less money. And then on the way out, America's beating Canada, you get less money. So you lose going into Canada on Friday.
$78,000.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Well,
Zito, you started a good convo.
Yeah.
Started a good convo, Zito. Right?
I thought they were saying they won the game. But that was the currency. That's on me.
Is it spelled W-O-N?
Yes, yes.
100 million won.
I read it. South Korea team fined $100 million won for using sex dolls as fans. So I thought they won the game.
Sound like they won the lawsuit on
Yeah.
At first glance, I didn't see it.
All right, let's move on. Well, that's a very serious subject to tap into after the sex doll conversation. We will.
Hey, those Saturday games, though, for the NFL, we also need to look forward to Christmas Eve Saturday football now, too, because last year we had the Christmas Day.
Christmas on Sunday.
Yeah, now we got the Christmas Eve games, and we'll have a full slate on Christmas.
How pissed off is the NBA about that?
Crushed.
Can't imagine.
That's huge. That's big time money that they're going to be losing. Are they still playing on Christmas Day?
It's like they're
They're just not going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it really forever. What it was the Thanksgiving is football, and then the NBA gets Christmas, and now they just don't get Christmas.
And
This
New
year.
Year's Eve is football.
Yep.
New Year's Day, college football.
Yeah. Right.
That's what it always was. So how many times this has obviously had to have happened? I don't know the ins and outs of the calendar, but Sunday has been Christmas numerous times, right?
Right.
Recent history. How do we know how often that is? Is that one every 7? No.
No,
How do the years? How does that work? When was the last time the NFL said, "Hey NBA, fuck you for Christmas"?
I don't know, because what is it? With the leap year, it skips a day sometimes. So maybe 6 years
no
ago.
fucking
So then you go say you got January, it's got 30 days, 31 days, and February is down here to 28, then March, and then April, May, June, July.
That never worked
Christmas
for me.
on a Sunday was in 94,
Okay.
fucking
They've been
2005,
since 71.
2011, 2016, 2022, and next time is 2033.
So 16.
So it's happened.
6 years ago. I don't know.
But the NBA Christmas thing feels like the 16 one's really the only one that's been affected because that's become the big. You said 1970 what? They've been doing
1971.
NBA on Christmas?
NFL on Christmas.
That was the first time.
What?
I thought the season was over by then, back in the day.
No, Cowboys and Vikings played on Christmas Day in 1971.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So you're saying that's the first time they played on Christmas, the NFL?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. How long has the NBA been playing on Christmas?
I will find that out, but I got news that we didn't know about.
Go on.
Okay, so Sunday's Christmas. Remember how they were announcing Christmas Day games? We were like, well, it's fucking Sunday. We're all going to play on Sunday. No, there's 11 games on Saturday.
Wow.
So they're giving the NBA Sunday?
Well, no, they have the Packers, Dolphins, Broncos, Rams, Bucks, Cardinals are all going to be on Sunday.
Oh, so just
They're gonna
1,
have-
4.
So like
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
8. So the NBA is still not thrilled.
No.
The NBA
no.
needs to have a 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or in there. If
11
they
on
really
Saturday is going to be fucking
Especially
sweet, though.
with-
Sweet.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. Oh my God. All the fake happiness you got to be.
With those teams too, like the Packers and the Dolphins are playing. Like the Bucks and the Heat are two of the best teams in the NBA that would maybe be playing on Christmas.
Probably.
People are definitely going to watch the NFL over. I mean,
1
if it's in the,
million
you know,
percent?
No
Yeah.
doubt. Because they do put
Kobe
all their
used to
best
play on
players.
Christmas Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yep.
Kobe, LeBron, Christmas Day. That's what I remember.
Joker the past 3 years because he's been the MVP.
Well, now that they have Denver, the Broncos are on that day, so they're not getting
That's
that.
tough.
Oh no. Poor NBA dead. Oh, let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll have Chris Collinsworth, founder of Pro Football Focus and recent extension signer with Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, Chris.
Can't wait to chat with him about all of this and more. He has obviously a wealth of knowledge in the NFL, much more than us. Can't wait to pick his brain and chit-chat with him for the first time ever in this show's history. Be a friend, tell a friend. Chris Collinsworth on the other side. John! See ya! Mike Micah Hyde softball game this past weekend, with a portion of the proceeds going to the victims of the heinous, fucking terrible, despicable actions of one scumbag at a grocery store in Buffalo. Josh Allen went to the plate with ill intentions on his mind, and look what he does to this softball, AJ Hawk.
Look how high the ball is.
Yeah.
Back to back. How you doing? Are you not entertained?
Never backs out.
Dude, 6'5", 235 pounds, incredibly athletic, the confidence and moxie to be able to do things like that and become a guy in the NFL. He's becoming the prototype day in and day out. I fucking love that dude. That softball still going. This is a big fucking fire. We are in the back corner of that building that is at the bottom there. That smoke smells. Huh?
Yeah.
The paint from that place, the utilities, the plastic.
All the good stuff, yeah.
That's all just floating right into us.
Yeah.
The guy just came to the building. If the fire moves a little more this way, we have to evacuate.
Yeah, it's got to be like the air conditioning units or something up there.
It's currently under an investigation right now. It did spread to the roof and to the air conditioning heating unit up on the roof.
John Robinson says,
Holy shit.
Whoa.
holy
Or did something like...
What was the explosion, you think?
They're doing a bunch of fire hydrants out there, so maybe the top of the lid fell off. I don't know.
Dude, it was a loud.
That's how it came from right there.
They just put the fire out. Fire's out. Right now.
Oh, okay.
Forget all about that. You're like, I can do that again.
So we just lost power in the middle of one of the greatest promos in the history by pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world, Kamaru Usman. He literally just cut a promo about what it's like to walk to the ring.
Some guys, they stay afraid and they just kind of get smaller and smaller. But as for guys like myself, as you get closer, this alpha, this giant, this lion, you know, this god-like figure per se starts to grow and grow and grow and grow. And then they grease me up, and then I step up there, and then I pray for myself, and then I pray for that guy.
And I got like chills almost while he was talking about it. And right before he was about to kind of put a bow on it, the entire thing just shut down. There's a fire right next door. Let's assume they cut off all the electricity. We're fucked. Probably for the next few hours. That's good. Hey, boys, we handled it. Good show. The ticker's still kicking. Hey, let's type something on the ticker. So just go on your computer. I'll type in the
You want me to email Sirius?
Please do.
Okay.
You want to just tell who's going to see a letter? Yeah, because this probably can take a little bit. Call office. Bill. Yeah. This thing just froze. Oh, jeez. This is great.
He said the fire department just cut it. They have no idea how long.
That was really good by Usman, too. All of the power in our office just went out. Unexpected, out of nowhere. This shit is getting real out here. Hope everybody's okay. Obviously, they got the fire contained, which is good news. But we apologize for the show ending abruptly out of nowhere. No injuries, I believe, is what's being reported. The fire was massive. We all had to huff like paint and shit from the fire right next to our studio. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers. Hey, welcome back to the show. It is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. To my left, Aaron James Hawk. Yeah! Holy hell, AJ. That haircut's still looking great. Fresh out of Sport Clips. You look fantastic, pal.
Thanks. Good to be here. It feels good. It's hotter outside. You know, you got to take it in high and tight, so I'll be sticking with this for a little while.
It is already to that point where I'm about sick of it. All right? Enough with the thick heat. Give me the regular heat. Indiana is so thick right now. It is much nicer than the cold, but I think I'm already done with it. But once again, we got to remember there was times where we were praying for days like this.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
Dreams like this, you know? And now we're kind of bitching about it. We got to stop it. Talks the Tables here at Ty Schmidt, at Boston Connor. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Tone Diggs is here. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us for the first time is... He's frozen. He's frozen. That's not how we want. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man whose voice is synonymous with the biggest game of the week in the biggest league on earth every single week of the NFL season. Ladies and gentlemen, former NFL wide receiver, now Sunday Night Football analyst, and founder of Pro Football Focus. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah! Literally just froze.
Oh, jeez. He looks good, though. He looks incredible. We'll call you back. We will call you. We'll call you back. We will not. It's a Zoom.
Oh. Nice NBC logo.
Yeah, that thing was
great.
sick.
I know.
He looks so cool. Do you remember how good he looked on NFL Network or ESPN?
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had that full backdrop. Fuck. Is this our fault? We can't even get to a break. We already took one.
Gotcha.
Oh, is
Can
it
you
our
hear me?
Chris? Can you see us?
I can see you.
Okay. Oh, yes!
Here we go!
Elevated Chris! Yeah! We did it.
Talk to me, king of all media. Talk to me, baby.
No,
what
that's
are we doing here?
That's you.
What
that's,
are we going to do?
That's not me. That's all you. We heard you signed an extension lately. Was that open to the public before the Drew Brees news? And if not, congratulations!
Yeah! You're dead again. You're frozen up again.
No! Yeah. Hey, we'll hop out and hop back. You could tell him that. I don't know if he can hear us. He said we just froze up there or whatever. Let's try to regain a connection with Chris Collins. That was going to be great.
Yeah. Shit.
We'll get it back. Come on, Chris.
Interns, get off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It is. They get a laptop. They start eating up all the goddamn.
Get him out.
Oh, no. Check his websites.
Wow.
Wow,
We know what
this
happened
is-
last time.
This is company Mahler.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we see everything you're searching for out there.
No more big wet butts.
That was already a problem in this office.
Yeah, we had to stop.
We did stop, actually.
Yeah, we shouldn't have started.
I'm sure you all stopped. I'm sure you did.
No, listen. There was only 2 people I think in the entire office doing the big wet butts thing, and it was the talking table.
That's not true.
It was the talking
No,
table.
that's not true. I would never.
But that has stopped completely because I found out about it and said that's not the operation we're running around here. Especially now we got people looking up to us. You guys are a couple mentors right now.
Hey, try my best. You know, I mean,
Chris Collins, we're still frozen. Fuck.
We can't be the mentor.
I'm just waiting for him to jump back in the Zoom. Unfortunately, when he's on, I can't talk to him.
Well,
so hopefully someone can just text him.
Oh, that was Ty. Ty, good book. Great, Ty, good book.
I'll send an email to the guy.
Yeah, at least we know he's got that sweet NBC thing. in his
So
basement.
cool. He looks so cool. Did you see how good a shape he looked like he was in too?
Yeah,
The tan he had.
Yeah.
He just got off the golf course.
Nice walls.
He had a good polo on. He was training Herbie, I guess, whatever the last few days
Yeah.
about the NFL schedule. Thursday Night Football for Herb Street coming over to Amazon. First time in the NFL. He was at the Pro Football Focus headquarters, he told us, AJ.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Collinsworth, people forget, like, Collinsworth was a really good receiver in the league. Like, I grew up a Bengals fan. I didn't get to see much of his career, but I know, like, Pistol, my dad, different people have told me a lot about him, and I've seen a lot of stuff of what he did.
They'll run some highlights every once in a while, and I think that is the reminder to everybody, oh, this guy used to play football. Because of how good he is in the booth, it obviously has overshadowed his entire NFL career. Obviously, Cincinnati Bengals stud, now in the area, founder of Pro Football Focus, and the voice of Sunday Night, the award-winning Sunday Night Football. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Collinsworth! Chris!
Finally did it.
Yes, we did! Let's go, Chris, you're on the show! We did it! Hey!
Let's go.
Hey, I'm excited and thankful you're here, man. You're an absolute boss. And we tried to celebrate you earlier, but obviously it froze up. In the Drew Brees announcement of everything he's got going on, it was kind of murmured in there that you signed an extension with Sunday Night Football. I feel like we stay on top of this stuff as much as possible. Was that known? And if not, what have we not? You deserve a big congratulations, and you deserve it, man. Is that the case?
I put everybody associated with me under the threat of death. If they leak out anything that I'm associated with, we just kind of fly under the radar screen. You know what I mean? You just want to, everything's good. Everything's been good at NBC for a long time. I've got the Peacock flying behind me here. I've got PFF over here in the corner. You can check out all that as well. So there you go.
Hey, you're
Mr. High Tech, baby.
Hey, you're a
Mr. High
conglomerate. You're a mogul. I think the fact that not only that you're so good in the booth, and congrats on the extension, well deserved.
Yeah,
well deserved.
Chris.
We all appreciate your voice and the way you call games, but the founding of Pro Football Focus has really been a game changer. I mean, honestly, the way agents talk about players, the way players talk about players. Now, people get offended because how could you know certain coverages, what somebody's job is? There's obviously downfalls to everything. How did you know that PFF was something you wanted to do? And is it something that you needed as a commentator and like, well, I think everybody probably needs this? Do those kind of go hand in hand together?
One of these days you'll have to come over here. You two guys will have to come over here and I'll do the full demonstration for you. There is almost no way to prepare for a football game anymore, whether you're a team, whether you're a broadcaster, whatever you are, without having the use of PFF. Honestly, I don't know how anybody does it. I know, Tom Brady is going to be a brand ambassador, and I don't know what that is, but I sure would like to be that for $37 million. But even brand ambassadors, they're going to need the tools, right? And all of this is attached. I've got like over 1,000 people that work for us. And so if you want to see Devontae Adams back shoulder throws in the fourth quarter with less than 2 minutes to go out of a spread formation, it's like Google. You can look up anything you friggin' want to look up and the whole thing. And so everybody gets caught up in the grades, and every once in a while, some 300-pound dude will come over to me when I'm watching practice, and I'm like, oh, hell, what was his grade? You don't know if he's happy about it. You don't know if the guy's going to choke you out. You don't know what's going to happen here. But, yeah, it's been fantastic. It really has. The kids are unbelievable who do the work.
Chris, can you talk a little bit about your prep? You mentioned that. I remember watching maybe a Real Sports or Showtime special where they were showing your prep while you're watching film with a headset on, like dictating your thoughts, and then does that the audio go to your producers and director and everybody? And how does that all play out throughout the week?
You're on it, man. Yeah, I've got, so what I do is every week, usually these guys will call me, right? When Peyton Manning was thinking about going into broadcasting, they go, all right, tell me what I don't know about this. And I said, well, Peyton, here's the deal. And of course, he cracked the code better than everybody. He's in his living room. He's got 4 guests. He's like a genius. But I said, so you every week would spend every moment of your time getting ready for, the defense of the other team. And that's great. That's exactly what you should be doing. I said, for me, I spend one day getting ready for that defense. I spend one day getting ready for your offense. I spend another day getting ready for that defense and another day getting ready for that offense. And then you have special teams, and then you have coaches that you've never heard of before that you've got to have phone calls with, and you go back and forth. And I know everybody who comes out and thinks they're going to go into broadcasting, thinks they're going on vacation, they're going to get paid $37 million, which some of them do, which is great. But, from the standpoint of the preparation, there's so much to know. Think about it. I mean, I'm going to go in week 9 and do a game. Let's say we were going to flex into a Jets game. The Jets have had this turnaround season. They're fantastic. Their fan base has watched every minute of every single game they have. They know the entire history of that team. They know everything about it. If I can just get to what a New York City cab driver knows about the Jets, I'm in pretty good shape. Now I've got to get even elevated above that, because I mean, if you say something stupid on a pregame show, and I did a lot of that. I said a lot of stupid stuff on pregame shows, and nobody really cares at the end of the day. The number one question that I get from everybody in every single city, including Cincinnati, I just had a lady today came up to me in the airport and she said, "Why do you hate Joe Burrow?"
Oh, yes.
I go, "What are you talking about? What do you mean I hate Joe Burrow? What do you, she goes, "I heard in the Super Bowl, like you criticized him one time." I'm like, "Oh, heaven forbid. I criticized a guy who made one bad throw in the Super Bowl. He's only like God here in this town." But that's all I hear. Like, why do you hate whatever? In the Super Bowl that was being played in Indianapolis, home sweet home for you.
Absolutely.
We were sitting there and I'm walking out of a restaurant. This is the night before the game. The Patriots are playing the Giants. And there's a table full of Giants fans. They've got their hats on, so I know exactly what they are. So I go walking by the table, and I've heard this a million times, literally from every fan base. And this guy turns around and goes, "Hey, Collinswood." So now I already know what it is. If they say, hey, Chris, then it might be, hey, we really like your bond. But no. Hey, Collinsworth. So tell us, why you hate the Giants? Ordinarily, I launch into this thing, and I go, I don't hate them. I just have to critique. That's my job. I do, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so why do you hate the Giants? And so I walked by, and just this one time in my entire life, it's the only time I ever did it.
Right here.
I walked by, and I said, I don't know. I just hate them.
We fucking knew it!
And I was like, you idiot. I go, this is going to be on the front page of the New York Times, proof that Collinsworth hates the Giants, but I didn't care. It was like the only time in my entire life I'm like, I'm free. I finally did one Pat McAfee moment. I was thinking about and let it go, baby. It was good.
Now, you have a lot more pressure, and you talked about the pregame show and what we do on a daily basis, but the eyes that the NFL brings and the eyes that Sunday Night Football bring with the ability to flex games and have important games every single week, in the production, you guys are like the standard, I think, for a lot of different places. You've been a part of that now for how long? Have you been the guy for Sunday Night Football?
13 years, and we've had 11 straight years as the number one show on television. Now,
let's go, Chris. Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Let's put that in perspective a little bit, because prior to this, the number one show streak of longest number one running show was 6 years. And I don't even know which one it was, All in the Family or something. But that was the record. And we're up to 11, and no sports show had ever been the number one show even for 1 year, not even for 1 year, ever in the history of television. And it's been 11 straight years. So it's a big credit to NBC, Al Michaels, Fred Godelli, Drew Esikoff, a lot of people, Dick Ebersol, who came up with the idea to move it all to Sunday, to the NFL for giving us flex scheduling, for giving us the best games and the top teams. And because when I grew up, Monday Night Football was it.
That's what we're talking about. Hey, when you were frozen, when you were frozen, right before you were frozen, we were talking about that, about how Monday Night Football was like a mini Super Bowl every single week. It was an event. AJ said he used to go outside with Pistol, his dad, and they'd have bonfire. They stay up late. They watch Monday Night Football. And Sunday Night Football has become that with people. It's an event. The recap, Football Night in America, the entire coverage is just like, it's routine. It's become an institution. Like, hey, this is just what you do. There's shakeup now with Al gone. Obviously, Tirico moving up there. Maria Taylor now host of Football Night in America. Are you guys already on conversations about? I mean, you and Tirico have worked together before, but it seems like this NBC team is a well-run machine. You got some moving parts. Drew Brees is gone. How's it feel over there? And you guys are already getting to work on next season.
We just came out of meetings yesterday. That's the reason I was in New York City. I had the pleasure of going through LaGuardia Airport. It's the most physical I've been in any situation since I left the National Football League, getting through the lines there. But I did buzz through.
Hey, were you getting bullied? Were you getting bullied over there?
Oh, dude, you think you know wrestling. You'd have been so proud of me. I looked like flying Brian Pillman from the Cincinnati Bengals, who I was the manager for in the biggest wrestling event ever held in Cincinnati. Wrestling's the greatest, right?
The greatest.
Seriously, it's the greatest. It's the greatest. So from the time we were all kids, like wrestling was the greatest. So we came out of this thing, and so this guy who was a special teams guy, flying Brian Pillman. This dude would launch himself off the top rope and do back. I mean, he played special teams on our team. So he asked me to be his manager one time, and I was like, I don't know, dude. I go, this sounds a little dicey. He goes, oh, come on, it'd be great, you'd love it. So we go back in the locker room. And all these guys are sitting in the back. There's like one locker room. It's not like, MMA. They're all in the same locker room. They're smoking a cigarette. They're all having a drink. They're doing whatever it is that they do. They're all buddy-buddy. They're playing cards. They're doing different things. And then you go out into the arena. And then the guy that you were just playing cards with over there comes flying at you. And you can think whatever you want about wrestling, but when you've been involved in the game of football as long as we have, and that dude has that look on his face and he's coming at you, it's a different deal, and they start throwing each other around. I don't know how those guys do this. I don't know how 52 weeks a year they get up off the deck and do it again and do it again and do it. I mean, it was such a fun experience. I'm so glad I did it. You actually wrestled though, right?
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, I'm undefeated.
Was it awesome?
Yeah, insanity. Yeah, it was awesome. Undefeated in sanctioned matches at WrestleMania.
Like, were you legitimately nervous doing it? Like legitimately nervous compared to playing in a game or whatever?
So, Chris, such a different feeling, right? For punting, it's like if I fuck up, I'm ruining a lot of people's lives here. The defense, everybody on defense, I'm setting up their life for misery there. I'm not good field position. Defensive coordinator, guess what? He's not happy. His wife, she's probably pissed as well that this is happening. Their coach, like that's the thought whenever you're punting or have that type of position. It's like, all right, everybody is doing a thing here. This is my role. I'm going to go and do it. Very similar when it comes to the wrestling program. Like, hey, everybody has their job. So it was similar to the football feeling, but man, I had so much fun. I mean, there was not a lot of nerves at all. It was like, I thought
you were just in your element. You were loving it.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought like, hey, this is what I was probably born to do, like as I was kind of going. I mean, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders come out, Seven Nation Army is banging. There's like 100,000 people screaming along. How you walk out there and you see it, it's like impossible not to like get chills or whatever, Like I was like, holy shit. There was a big holy shit moment, but then it was like, oh, this is maybe the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. So then it's like that type of feeling, you keep it moving. Let's get back to you, though. You fucking...
Wait, I want to ask one other question.
Come on, AJ. Chris, this is about you!
AJ, no, AJ, seriously, did you ever think that the biggest kick-ass guy in the league post-football life would be the punter of the decade? This is PFF's punter of the decade.
Oh, we know.
I am not lying to you. And he had one of the biggest hits in the history of Sunday Night Football. Am I lying?
And you were the soundtrack of it, by the way, made it sound amazing. Let's go, Chris.
You got it.
Yeah, let's get back to you. AJ, don't answer that question. Chris, enough with your questions. I'm back to you.
AJ, do whatever you want. You played linebacker for 100 years.
No, AJ, don't. You're in Ohio. Don't, mute him. Mute him. Both.
Hey, he's going to be a professional golfer, too, Chris. We'll tell you about that later.
Oh, no. He and Lamar.
Well, hey, Lamar's probably much closer than I am, no matter what people are saying about those photos. But let's get back. You're wrestling through LaGuardia after the NBC meetings. Okay, let's get back to that. The NBC meetings, what was it? You and Tarico just know each other so well, shouldn't be an issue at all? Or what are you looking forward to this season? Anything new? Or is it just kind of same great show that it's been all these years?
You know what? I only had one thing to say, right, in this meeting. I said, I'm only going to say one thing, and this is it. I said, Al Michaels, Michelle Tafoya, Fred Gaudelli, because Drew Esikoff, our director, is going to stay with us, are all like the greatest, right? The record speaks for themselves. What they did was unbelievable. This incredible stretch of success on television, it was fantastic. I said, the only way that we're going to truly screw this up is if we try to do what they did. I go, we can't do that. We can't be Al Michaels. We can't be Fred Gaudelli. We can't be Michelle Tafoya. We have to take this group of people and do whatever it is that we do. I don't know what that's going to be. And when people get hired to be a broadcaster or when a new head football coach comes in, I always say that same thing. I'm like players know BS, right? I mean, how many times have you had a coach come up in front of you guys and just like, hey, like da-da-da-da-da, and it's not them. It's like they're trying to do an impersonation of, like, everybody used to do a John Madden impersonation when they were in broadcasting. Everybody would do, what a Tom Landry impersonation back in the day, whatever the case may be. Like, dude, you've been practicing your whole life to be you. I go, let's just be us. That's it. Whatever we are, if it sucks, if we all get fired, I don't care. But if we're going to win or we're going to lose, let's do what we do and let's do it great. And it'll be great. It will be great.
Hey, that's good leadership, Chris.
Yeah.
That's great leadership there. Authenticity is a real thing. It always works in the end. It's always here. Go ahead, AJ.
Chris, when you first got in the league, can you compare what it was like then to, I guess, what the league would be like now? You mentioned earlier, like, oh, guys smoking cigs and all that. We hear all these stories I know I had coaches that said, like, hey, it was the wild, wild west. They'd walk in, like, guys were doing whatever they wanted. Was it like that when you got in the league?
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm just going to take it from what I actually know, but playing the wide receiver position. I played quarterback all the way up to my sophomore year in college, and then I went 0 for 11 and 2 picks in the spring game, and that was the next day. So, solid work there. Yeah, but I mean, like when I watch the game right now, if you couldn't hit me in the head, in the chin, or any of those spots, like when you went over the middle, back in the day, you knew you were getting stitches in your chin. And I had so many sets of stitches in my chin over the course of my career until like my second year in the NFL. And my cousin, who played fullback at Eastern Kentucky, said to me, he goes, "How big a dumbass are you?" And I go, What are you talking about? He goes, "You know they have padded chin straps, right? You do not have to have your chin look like that I never even thought about it. But you think about the difference. If all you can do is hit me in the butt. So think of the human body like an animal, right? So the protective shell is on the back, right? Think about it. People can take a baseball bat to anywhere on your back. You've got ribs back there. You've got protection. It doesn't really get hurt to get hit in the butt or the back of the thighs or your calves or anything else. As opposed to what really hurts is getting hit anywhere in the front. Get hit in the face, get hit, and you get the wind knocked out of you. You can break your sternum. You can, thigh bruise. Certainly the crotch shot is no good. Get hit in the shin, the knee. It's all bad, right? And the only thing built to protect you in front are your eyeballs. So you're supposed to be able to protect yourself with your eyes. Well, if you play wide receiver, that's out because you got to look at the ball, right? You don't have time to figure out what and protect yourself out there. So if you couldn't hit me in the head in as a receiver, like I would like to play with that. I would like to play with the gloves that these guys have today. I would like to play with the football all softened up because you know what they used to play with? They used to take those things right out of the package. Oh. They were slimy. They were grimy. Now they're spending a month like hosing these things down and scrubbing them. I would like to play with the modern football, the modern gloves, and have nobody hit me in the face. Those are the things I'd like to try one more time.
Well, we're excited that we get a chance to hear you call football where people can get, no hits to the face or anything like that. You continue to get better, I think, on air. And I am so incredibly thankful that you're able to stop by. Obviously, got cut short. Our fault, not yours. Obviously, you got the Peacock behind you and PFF. So we assume this is our fault. Who knows? Could be anything. Wish we were able to have more time. Can you please come back soon so we can continue this conversation?
Absolutely. Now I've got a few more stories I need to hear out of you guys, but it's a give and take thing, right? I mean, at some point I'm going to give, but you got to give it up a little bit too.
Listen, it would be, one day, hopefully I'll be able to go on your podcast. That'd be really cool to one day get to go. But when you come on, nobody needs to hear about me when you come on this show. So don't ask me any questions about me, okay? Please, we need to talk about you more. What you have done with NBC, what you have done for the NFL is notable in your business, entrepreneurialism with PFF. I mean, you are a fucking guy that we all look up to. So please come back again. We can't wait to hear you on Sundays. And I hope you can be yourself alongside everybody else, and hopefully it'll be great, which we assume it will be.
You guys are fantastic, man. Thanks for the time.
You golfing right now? You got a good tan going. You got a pretty good tan.
As you get a little older, you don't have to work quite as hard as you are working right now. I know you're going to take the Amazon job and up $40 million, and you're going to have this. It's okay, man. It's okay. If you make more money than Tom Brady, it elevates the floor for all of us bottom dwellers. I think it is fantastic that the rumor is $45 million. That's what I heard for you to Amazon. I don't know if it's true. I just deal in what I hear, and it's up to you to confirm it. But since, in fact, you don't want to talk about yourself, you can't answer that question.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Collinsworth. Hey, you're right, Chris. You're the best, Chris. Oh, you're the best. All right, Chris. All right, Chris. Thank you, Chris. You're the best, man. That dude's a legend.
Yeah.
We have to get to a 3-minute break here before hour 3's on the other side. My battery obviously died.
Yeah.
In the middle of that thing. So I didn't hear everything he said. It was kind of coming in parcels through the headphones over here.
Sure.
But did he say we're getting $45 million from Amazon?
That's what he said he's hearing.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Yes. What do we say?
That's great news if that's the case.
Yeah.
Now people are dissecting with how I respond.
I thought he said 55.
What did he say, 55?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like talking about people's pockets, including mine, but
It's all relative. It's all relative.
there's too much money being thrown at this particular company right now. It's insanity. But we'll be back in 3 minutes, 2 minutes actually, for hour 3. Bill Burr will be joining us.
Hell yeah.
Got an arena tour going on right now. About to play Fenway, first comedian ever.
Hell yeah.
Always excited to hear his brain spew onto the show. Can't wait for that. Be a friend, tell a friend. We're back in 2 minutes. After death, what happens, Bill?
What happens after death? I don't know. I have no idea. But I know there's nothing that's mad at me.
That's good.
It's just so stupid. Because he created everything.
Or she.
She, well, definitely a she, because God doesn't take responsibility for his own actions. What? You set me up. No, I just don't understand. Like, yeah. If you just watch nature videos, you can't believe in a God that cares.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I watched this one time, this fucking baboon or a little monkey. There was a baby gazelle, and they go after him if they can get him. And he got it away from the mother, and the mother can't get rid of the thing. And he just ripped the thing and just started eating the thing alive as it was screaming in agony. And I'm just like, you made something that did that? Or like rabbits? Like their whole fucking purpose is just to be eaten. They have no fucking defense, just fucking hopping around. Just complete jerk-offs, right? And then they just like, their only survival is if we fuck so much. We can stay out in front. Like they're literally designed to keep everybody else alive by being eaten alive.
So you think there's some flaws potentially in the entire...
No, I just think that, I think if there's a God, right, and he made all of this shit, or she, right, or they, or the deep state, man, I just think that, he did what he did here, and he just moved on.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we could talk about.
Speaking his mind.
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
While being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Hour 3 on this glorious Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, shall commence immediately following this beat drop from Twine. And bang, there it went.
Yeah.
Here we go. To my left, your right, AJ Hawk. The Talks the Table is here at Ty Schmidt, at Boston Connor. One half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys. 10 Diggs is over there looking fantastic. That's a good cap.
Thank you.
That's a good hat.
You look fantastic.
Okay, thanks. You look very good, though. That's a good cap that
Thank
you
you.
have there.
Appreciate that.
How are you guys gambling? You guys winning right now?
No, I stink.
Whoa.
Till tonight.
Gumpy might be good. I stink.
Gumpy, how you doing? You losing bets or winning bets? Are we good gamblers right now?
5-3 last night.
Oh, good. We're good gamblers.
Good gambler.
We're champion gamblers. We're champion gamblers.
NBA's back tonight. Celtics.
Oh yeah, we will have an episode of T4 today, later in the hour, after a conversation with our. What just happened back there? Is everything okay? I mean,
Bill's having his third lunch of the day, so.
everybody in that back room literally just turned around in disgust and stared at Bill McComas in the back there.
Come on.
What's going on?
Not like we're doing a show or
Bill
anything.
Burr. I was,
Oh, okay. That's just their.
Yeah, it's Bill McComas.
What did he bring in?
Well,
Bill eating tuna noodle casserole back there or something?
Smells like it.
There's some egregious decisions being made in the meals that are being eaten in a room that is confined behind glass back here by the boys, all of them.
It's like an airplane. It's like eating on an airplane, basically.
Yeah, and the people that are assholes that bring in onions and stuff like that, knowing they're about to hop onto a box of concealed air are just, very rude. But the boys back here have no couth for each other either. I mean, there was a run there of, it felt like onion sandwich over there, then fish fry Tuesdays over here, and they were all just cooking in that room. It was hot. It was incredibly uncomfortable, and they were trying to work in good conditions, and that just was not the case. Bill McComas, no wants to speak?
I'm unwrapping a goddamn hard drive back. I mean, our safety computer's running out of shit. He's trying to work over here. This guy. I mean,
Bill, what are they all mad at you for? That's unbelievable. Joining us now is a man whose tickets for his tour will go on sale this Friday at BillBurr.com/tour. Bill Burr, slight return. He'll be in cities like Tulsa, Philadelphia, Chicago, all across the country. And he's going to be the first comedian to ever play fucking Fenway.
Hell yeah.
New Netflix special, June 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest comedians to ever be birthed into our earth, Bill Burr.
Yeah!
Let's go, Bill.
Hey, how are you? That's a hell of an intro.
Hey, you deserve it. Every single piece of it, because that brain of yours is so goddamn magical, Bill. How you doing, man? How's life?
Well, I'm all right. I'm here. I'm working. I'm editing a film right now, so this is a welcomed break.
Yeah, you're like super hands-on. F is for Family, obviously. You made that, created that. You're editing a fucking film, like right in the middle of the process of on Premiere. What is it, Premiere? What are you editors?
Or Final Cut.
Final Cut. Right now you're in the middle of doing that? Is that like, is it a movie you're in? And do we know the name of this movie and when's it coming out?
Yeah, I am in it. I wrote it with a buddy of mine, Ben Tischler, and directed the thing and all of that stuff, stepped into that somehow. So my summer is living with this thing, but it's been a lot of fun, man. It's fucking wild. It's really, am I not supposed to curse on this show?
No, let it be. You already did it twice.
Wait, you said fucking Fenway. That's right.
Yeah. See, I set the tone there, trying to let you know what I mean, early.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun.
Old Dads, I believe, is the name of the movie. Can't wait to watch that. You're going on tour in September. So all summer with this movie, directing and editing and cutting. Then you're going on tour. You're doing Fenway. When do you have time for all this? Are you just always creating shit? When do you do the set you're going to do in Fenway, by the way? Hey, here we go. Like, when do you put that set together? When are you able to work on that while doing all your other shit?
The weekends. No, yeah, I am a little straight out right now. It was weird. Like the pandemic, there was nothing going on, and then all of this other stuff, everything just landed at the same time. So I think that's why. But I think I'm not going to do anything next year.
Smart.
That's what famous last words.
Smart.
Hey, how do you know what to do, what not to do? Like to find that balance between, you're like a legit actor, now director, everything else, and then your stand-up is unbelievable. How do you find that balance?
I haven't.
That's why you're taking a year off, right? Yeah.
I haven't. I got to figure out how to I don't even want to get into it. It's just like every year I'm like, why the fuck am I working right up until Christmas? Every year I say, fucking give me 2 weeks off before Christmas. And I don't know. I gotta learn. It gets away from me every year. Every year it just gets away from me, and then I just go, what the? How did I get all this shit? I don't know. It's something I'm working on, and I haven't figured it out. And this is going to be another year where I'm doing too much shit. I just got a text. Do you want to do this phone or this week?
You do.
I'm saying no.
Yeah! It's the new Bill Burr.
That's right.
Yeah.
I saw your guns on this podcast, and now I feel strong.
Yeah. Fucking Bill Burr taking a stand for his life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I bet you do more shit next year than you did this year, and that's the way it's going to be until you retire, pal. You're a GOAT now at this point, so everything's going to be on the table for you. Whenever you think about doing Fenway and doing this tour, what is, because obviously the Chris Rock, Will Smith shit is huge in the comedy world. Then you follow that up with Chappelle.
That's over.
Chappelle,
that's
though.
Over.
Then Chappelle.
Nobody's talking about it.
What about Chappelle?
Dale, man, that's old bread. You're going to lose the filling on that.
Both of those? Chappelle and Chris Rock?
Well, I mean, Will Smith went to India with some publicists to take pictures in front of the Taj Mahal, so he's all healed.
He's back. He's good.
I love that you have to go all the way to India to not know that you don't get up in the middle of an awards show and slap somebody. It wasn't until I went to the Taj Mahal where I finally understood. No, then they got the other kid just seemed like, he had some mental issues. I don't know.
I don't want
But I mean, look, first of all, that's been happening to comedians my entire career.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody has at some point in your career, somebody's going to come up on stage.
Well, I was going to talk about that because it felt like the Chris Rock, Will Smith thing was an opportunity for a lot of comedians to chat about how, like, hey, this isn't okay because we're just trying to make people laugh. And I assume you guys have to deal with more people getting offended by your shit and saying things, and then it openly being...
Oh, listen to those comedians who comment on this shit right after it happens. They're trying to get friends.
Okay.
They're trying to act like they're affected by what the fuck happened. They're just jumping on a fucking... I mean, I shouldn't say all of it, but generally speaking, it's just like... It's like... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I obviously didn't like what was going to happen, but I was going to jump on it and add fuel to the fire. You don't want to encourage other lunatics to do that, which is why I don't understand why we're still talking.
Okay, I'll stop.
Day-old bread, and then here we are 10 minutes later.
You got a cavity on this fucking bread, dude. You fucking broke a tooth on it. You had a good joke, too. Taj Mahal, the whole thing.
I know a guy who can fix you. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, you had the whole thing. But I thought, the same as you, I thought there was a lot of like grandstanding, like, hey, here's our moment to be able to come together and say we're being attacked. But then the Chappelle thing happened, and it was like, okay, so maybe they were onto something. You said every comedian has experienced somebody rushing the stage. Obviously, the Philadelphia set with you.
Maybe not everybody, but, everybody, I had a woman come up on stage one time, chase me around the stage at Dangerfields. I just picked the mic stand up, and I was like, lady, you can't do this. And I was just backing around the fucking stage. And just like the Oscars, nobody did anything.
All part of the bit, or they just wanted to watch it all kind of burn down? Because that Philadelphia set, I mean, is that the greatest comedy you've ever done in your entire life whenever you just told Philadelphia to go fuck themselves for what? 7 minutes you had to count down or however long it was? Is that the rowdiest crowd you've ever been in front of?
The largest rowdy crowd, but not the rowdiest. No, there's been others. There's been others where you think like, yeah, something bad is really going to happen here. That was just, they were just having fun with me. That's the thing, they were just having fun, whatever. I had fun back with them and whatnot. So, I don't know what to tell you, Pat. I don't know. I just don't know when stand-up became like. I feel like you're going on like Meet the Press now. Like, what do you think about the security parameters at the local Chuckle Hut? It's like I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, I think there has been quite an interesting thing because, and I think the last time you were on here, we chatted about this. You and Chappelle, and I honestly believe this outside looking in, and I think you said, oh, the deep state made us do it or whatever, but it felt like there was a time where stand-up comedians weren't able to say shit there for a little bit. And I know you're going to say that's not real, but there was a lot of comedians that felt that, and there was a lot of things that happened. Then whenever you came out with White Tiger, I believe, and then he had Sticks and Stones or whatever it was, Paper Tiger.
I think it was White Lion.
Paper Tiger. It was black and white. But it feels like you two came out and were like, you guys emptied the chamber.
It White Tiger? I like that better.
It was a great set. It was unbelievable. I watched it. You did it in England. But it felt like you two came out and were still able and willing to say whatever. Do you take onus on that?
Shit.
And do you think it is still something that's happening where comedians aren't allowed to talk about it?
I just know that I'm going to name my next special White Tiger. I love that. I like how aggressive and effeminate it is all at the same time.
Yeah,
That's fucking amazing.
It's good
White
balance.
Tiger. Meow. I have some new jokes, honey.
You would be the White Tiger if we were to pick one, by the way, an incredible one. But Paper Tiger, did you feel that or no? Is that not a real thing that just comedians were making up? And do you feel like you can go on stage and joke about anything because it is an attempt at humor, even though some people get like very angry about some of the shit nowadays?
I have not changed the way I do stand-up, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I just go up and I do it, and you know what? And people appreciate like doing that. I don't understand, like, I don't know. I don't even pay attention to it. I don't, to the point I don't even have an opinion on it. It's just people. What are they gonna talk about? Pharmaceutical companies coming up with synthetic heroin and killing hundreds of thousands of their fellow countrymen and not going to jail? Or are they gonna get all bent out of shape because somebody said something at a funny bone? What's gonna affect their money less?
So you do
That's
have,
all that is.
So
That's all that is.
You do have an opinion on it, though. You just said like a couple seconds ago you don't even have an opinion about it because you can't change it, but you do have one. That was a very...
Da-ga-da-ga-da, bum, 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 bum. We'll be right back here on TMZ.
It's amazing. Are you working comedy right now, like during the weekends? Are you doing that right now? Or are you in
I want to know when you're getting back together with your boy band. When are you finally going to... Looks like you've been hitting the gym. Oh. When are you going back out? There you go.
Hey, I lost my voice. I've been smoking too many vitamins, but I still got the dance moves. I can keep up with the boys if I have to.
Well, it's got to be great now that you're out of football that you can do a cycle and not have to worry about podcast, right?
Listen, I am drug tested. Okay, I am not currently on a cycle, but that guy on the other side of the screen over there, we are firm believers that he is eating trenbolone sandwiches over there, Bill Burr. That guy every single morning.
I love people that take steroids.
Go on.
Well, because they're using their body to figure it out so it's safe. I mean, you had all the way back, Lyle Alzado was like going down the street wrestling yaks when he was taking it, rest his soul. And now it's like a cream. And I figure by the time you podcast guys are done with roids, I'll be able to have an 8-pack when I'm 80. That'd be fantastic.
Well, I'm happy we could do those tests for you. Are you baseball?
It should be legal like weed. They should just start legalizing everything.
Bill, baseball. Whenever everybody was eating steroids, those balls were flying out of parks. Best time in the history of the MLB. Do you agree? Are you a baseball fan?
I think money-wise, it was a great. But I always, when all people talk about is offense, I don't think you're a real fan. Like my problem, like I'm enjoying the NBA, but like that whole little fucking half circle they put under the net, where even the defensive guy has to get out of the way. You can only stand there for 2.8 seconds, then get out of the way, and then some guy's got a clear lane to go down and dunk the ball, and then he does a fucking Schwarzenegger pose down afterwards into the camera. It's like guys used to have to dunk on people. Like that whole thing, like, you know, fucking, oh, what did I do here?
William F. Seifa.
I just got rid of me.
No,
I swear to God, anytime I touch my phone to make it do something, it won't do anything. But then I barely look at it. It does.
Well, this guy's editing a movie right now. This guy's, you got a lot going on. Don't worry about it. The phone's fucking up, not you.
That's all right. Well, I'm glad you guys wanted me to call in. I miss talking to you guys. You guys are one of my favorite podcasts out there.
Well, you know, we know you're very
Who
busy.
is this again?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
TMZ, dude. It's TMZ, Bill. No,
yes.
You said you like defense. AJ and a lot of the people in the NFL, that's how they feel like the game has changed away from defense.
Hey, when you first started talking to women, did you have to be spinning a football, or you were too thinking about your hands and you couldn't get a number?
No, I'm a bit fidgety. I'm a fidgety
hey, man,
person.
I saw you standing here in the cafeteria.
What's going on? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I don't know if you know this. I play sports. Got a tank top on. That's not a good thing.
Can show you around the locker room.
You're an idiot.
Bill, you still playing the drums? I know you're big into that.
Yes, I am. Not as much as I would like to, and just because I've been busy. But yeah, I have been. And the other night I did a room that had incredible sound, and my drum teacher and we rented some. I said, why don't we just do a drum lesson in the fucking arena? So we got one Vista Light and one stainless steel kit. And we just had them facing each other and just jammed for like an hour. It was fucking amazing. Really was amazing.
What arena?
The Forum.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
You got a drum lesson in the Forum? Just you and your drum? I mean, fucking, hey, Bill, look at you. Look at this guy.
Look at it. People don't understand when you do those places, you rented the place. That's your Chuck E. Cheese for the day. So you can do whatever you want. If you're going to get your money's worth, I might as well get there, a couple hours early. It's not going to affect the price. So, yeah, I had a good time.
The arena tour here, arena and amphitheater tour. Bill Burr's slight return coming up on Friday. Arena, is anything different? It feels like, and this is going to sound like, obviously, an ignoramus, but obviously wearing a tank top and play football. The arena shows different than theater shows? No, because it feels like Rogan's doing arenas right now with Chappelle. I think Segura had an arena. I think Kevin Hart has done arena in a stadium. Is there anything different to that you have to think about for the show? Is that any, or are you just out there, hey, you're going to fucking laugh or not? There has to be full thought into that, isn't there?
Well, other than imposter syndrome before you go out there.
I do not deserve this, is what you're saying?
Yeah. There's definitely elements. A lot of it's mental, though. A lot of it's mental. But if you do it in the round and if you're in the middle, it's oddly like intimate. You know, it's not, people aren't as far away and you can actually, did I lose you guys? For some reason, I can't see you anymore.
No, they just went full screen on you to get your beautiful head. The white tiger was talking about.
The white tiger, man.
Stand up in an arena and it being intimate. So we just wanted that good white tiger shot there. But it's a round. You got in the middle? You got a round stage for this?
Yeah, occasionally I'll do one like in the round. And I did the forum like that. I did MSG that way. And those are... that's the most fun way I think probably do it. But even if they put the stage at one end, it's still the same thing. You got to make sure, you're just listening to them. You're adjusting the whole time you're up there. But it's a different sound than theater. I would say it's different. They're all a little bit different, but at the end of the day, you're kind of doing the same thing. That's like, playing football your whole career. It was always 100 yards. Right?
Yeah.
So you're still playing football. It's whether you got nervous about the size of the place you were playing in, I guess.
The field doesn't change.
The field doesn't change.
Yeah, I understand completely that. Because some stadiums actually, as somebody that kicks balls, some stadiums in the field look smaller, some look bigger. Same exact yardage, though. Get it out of your head. Don't be so fucking soft. A lot of that happens.
What was your favorite place to kick?
I enjoyed Houston a lot because the fans were absurd. I mean, they were just so loud and insane. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed that place a lot.
No, but was there one where you just felt comfortable, and which one did you do the best in?
Oh, I have no fucking idea. We should go out and get Chris Collinsworth on Pro Football Focus. He'll be able to tell us all that information. I have no idea. I was just trying to get out of the game without being blamed for the loss, Bill. You know what I mean? Like, hey, here we go. Let's have a good time. Let's just keep it moving here. But there's some stadiums that feel better. I would assume, like for you, as you go around and do this whole thing, is there some crowds that are different than other crowds? Is everybody loud, and does that change the way you are if there's a more docile crowd out there?
Did you ever miss a field goal to lose a game?
Yes, oh yes. Yeah,
what is that like walking in? Nobody gives a shit about what it's like to do stand-up in an arena. What is it like to fucking walk into that locker room?
Not this again. Well, I'll tell you what. There was my junior year of college, Bill, all right? Maybe this can be on White Tiger. You can talk.
I know how painful this story is because now you're leaning and like hands on the desk.
Well, I got 27 death threats after this game, Bill. It was a bad day. It was a bad time.
Oh, Jesus.
But going into the locker room, though.
Half of them were real.
No, it was all on Facebook. It was all real. Not like Twitter, 20% fucking fake. We're learning that right now while Elon's doing his thing with Twitter. But no, yeah, it was terrible. But the teammates, the losing of the game is obviously incredibly difficult. But if you're the reason for the loss, man, you feel terrible in there. I've never felt smaller. I mean, I actually am smaller than everybody in there, but you feel like a little punk bitch, Bill. But you've never...
Do they say anything to you? Or they just let you sit in silence with what you just did to them?
So, that's interesting, because, I mean, I did do it to them. I guess that is a good way to look at it. They never framed it that way, which is cool. Good friends. Some people wouldn't talk
they did work all week.
Well, I did too. Someone said
they cleaned it up for you.
Well, some would say I did as well, but 100% less work than everybody else. I agree completely.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but it's a real thing though. Like some people wouldn't talk. Other people would come give me fake. Like it's all right, not 100% your fault. It's like, well, kind of is actually. I mean, if we're looking back on it, it is. So it's that team feel. Do you have that? Now we could transition this into stand-up comedy. Do you have good shows, bad shows? Do you have a team around you that like talk about it? Do you ever recap shows, watch them back, listen to them back, do any film study or anything like that?
I probably should, but I don't.
No, it's worked out thus far. Don't do it. It's worked out great.
No, I used to do it. I kind of just shake it off. If it went bad, I recently, where the hell did I go? And I just, it just didn't go well at all. I don't know. I'm so fucking busy. I can't remember. It wasn't a road gig. It was, I popped in on a show and, it just wasn't, it wasn't what.
What, you get booed out?
Why you do stand up.
Did you get booed out or was it quiet? Was it uncomfortable? What was it?
What was it? Was I was exhausted and I wasn't in a good mood. And then I went up there, and they were young and full of life, and I just came in as this curmudgeon, and I was trying out new shit. It's just, it was all there. It was the perfect storm. And it was just kind of like one of those things where you just like, whatever. And then just kind of afterwards like, what was with that guy? Everybody was like having fun, and then he showed up. It was one of those deals. I forget. I popped in somewhere. I can't remember.
But Bill, isn't that like the ingredients you need sometimes for some of your most special sets and some things that go amazing? I guess for people that are fans of you, though. Like I would imagine a pissed off Bill Burr.
No, ideally you want it to work. It's like asking, isn't it great to miss a field goal?
All right, get back to the comedy.
Hit the upright.
All right, yep.
Doesn't that help your other field goals?
White Tiger, back to the stage, please. Jesus, please. Miserable Bill is awesome, though, for us.
Hey, what is, do you have a reoccurring field goal kicker nightmare to
No.
this day, or have you been able to let it all go?
No, it's that one. It's that what we just talked about. That's literally still think about it. Would love West Virginia to win a national championship at some point in the very near future. We need to fucking continue to trust the climb, but we need to win so I can get that off my fucking heart, too. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be great, Bill, if that was the case. Yeah, still think about it to this day.
Do you ever think of starting a support group with other retired field goal kickers?
Funny you say
you
that.
guys can sit around and just talk about it?
Funny you say that. Anytime a college kid misses, like on a primetime game or something, and they get buried on the internet, these are 18, 19-year-old kids, I'll send them a DM. I'll say, hey, life stinks right now. Okay, it's going to suck. You're going to think about this long, long time. But this is going to harden you. This is going to callous you. Oh, yeah. This is going to make you into somebody that's going to go on to do special things, Bill. I get them, by the end of the message, Bill, I get them going. That's what I try to do. I try my best.
You turn into the White Tiger.
Bill, good luck with everything.
Well, you know what? You got a good heart that you do that. That's good.
Well, I just know how miserable it is. You know what I mean? Do you mentor a lot of the stand-up comedians? They ask you questions or no?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm around younger comedians, if I see somebody funny, I always make sure I take the time to say that I thought that they were funny, because guys did that for me, and I remember, you give somebody like Juice, battery-powered Juice, doing that for like 6 months. I remember Dave Chappelle, which is hilarious because I'm older than him, but he was always like showbiz older than me. I remember him a long time ago saying something complimentary when I had nothing going on. And I lived off of that for fucking 4 years. I would be having bad shows, and I would think, Dave Chappelle said I'm funny. Dave Chappelle thinks I'm fuck these people. I definitely try to do that. And I think that that's an important part in any business of getting older, is you don't resent younger people. You welcome them in and you try to help them out, and you don't view them as your replacement or the worst. Try and compete with them by, still wearing tank tops and gold chains and shit on your podcast.
This guy. Bill, we're so close. I was about to say you got a good heart, and then bang, right at the end. Look at that. Had to do it.
Maybe I'm not as evolved as you, and I felt I was getting too tender. Maybe I got scared.
Oh, this is a you thing.
Maybe the White Tiger got a little scared of
No! Hey, the White Tiger's not scared of anything, man. The White Tiger's not scared of nothing.
From now on, when I do your show, I want to be known as, we're bringing on the White Tiger.
That's fucked up. Paper Tiger was great, by the way. It was one of the greatest specials of all time. That's 100% on me.
Hey, I loved you when you played for the Colts.
Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice.
I pronounced it wrong. It was a joke about how you loved my special. You couldn't remember the fucking name of it.
Well, I didn't hear the
Oh my God, am I bombing again?
Yeah! This is not you. This is not you. This is us. All right, now you might be tired.
I turned into the off-white kitten.
The boys have some questions for you, if that's all right, Bill.
No, I only talk to the star of the show. Sorry, fellas.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the editing of the movie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Tickets go on sale Friday, right? BillBurr.com/tour.
I don't have it in my heart to be that mean. Let's hear it from the boys.
Oh, hey! You got a good heart. You got a good heart. Look at this guy. Go ahead, Ty.
Bill, I know you mentioned everything kind of being the same, but like when you go play Fenway,
Can you introduce yourself first? Is this how you enter into a conversation? Jesus fucking Christ.
well, he said my name. Are you fucking listening or not? Jeez, I mean,
Did he? No, I did.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
White Tiger was sleeping. Sorry.
No, but will like playing Fenway, will that feel any different? I mean, with like your connection to it, and then obviously being the first comedian, like is that any different than any of your other shows?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be, and I will try to take a moment or two to enjoy it, but I'm going to have to basically block it out while it's happening, so I can give them a good show. But afterwards, when everybody leaves and I'm sitting on that stage smoking a cigar, that's when I'm going to take it in. Absolutely.
How about a drum lesson up there, maybe?
Huh?
How about maybe a drum?
It's not going to sound as good as the Forum because you're outside.
Yeah, but you're playing drums at Fenway. Maybe a little pickup baseball game.
Yeah.
Oh. You playing baseball out there? Maybe with the boys, take BP out there.
Can you suggest another activity and act it out slightly again?
Well, in my head, I'm
drumming. You did the pitcher thing.
Cornhole. You playing cornhole? You playing a little cornhole? Yeah. Playing a little cornhole out there? That's how my brain operates, like I'm in my head. I'm like,
I was thinking I was going to throw a javelin.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
See if I can get across,
At Fenway, yeah, maybe Twitter bio. Once threw javelin at Fenway Park. Will you change each set for the city? Like, will you do Boston stuff in Fenway to lead off? Like, how much time do you have for that? Like, in every city, do you do that? Or is it mostly, hey, they're paying for me to give them my best shit?
No, I obviously do my best shit, but I kind of go out not really knowing what I'm going to say in the beginning. I like to kind of go out, my head's blank, and just kind of go out and start screwing around. And, yeah, and then it kind of gets me going, and then I at some point drop into doing my act. I think most comedians, you almost try to avoid your act for as long as you can because you're just having fun riffing, and then you kind of use your act as like, all right, that riff ended, now I need to go with something that I know works. You go to that, somebody yells something out, makes you say something else, and then you're once again, free doing whatever you want to do, and then you go back to your act,
Yeah, kind of a game you're playing with the crowd almost. Anybody that, when people yell out, you hate that or love that? You have to hate it, right?
I love that it's a part of comedy. I think it's one of the things that makes stand-up amazing is the interaction. I like that. I like the live experience. I like that people yell out. I say a lot of stupid things. I say a lot of things almost deliberately to annoy people, and at some point people can't, hold it in anymore and they have to yell out. And I have fun with that, especially now because I used to do that young comic thing. What'd you say? Go fuck yourself. I used to do that. But now it's more fun to listen to them and just be like, oh, I never really looked at it that way. And then you start interviewing them about their life and stuff, and it becomes something, it doesn't always have to be hostile.
Look at you, Bill, huh?
Yeah.
Caring, empathetic, learning.
Oh, God, there wasn't 1 ounce of sincerity in any of what you just did.
No, the White Tiger.
That's kind of his thing, though.
No, AJ, that is not my
You're
thing.
like, look at you. Wow.
Really
and
doing
then
it.
the way you were clap, that clap right there is a go. That is a fuck. There's not an ounce of sincerity. The way you're holding your hands.
Yeah, Bill, we don't know each other that well, but it feels like you're learning me pretty quick. Feels like you're learning me.
That is ball breaking.
No. Sincerity. Honestly, though, that is a big deal because I've seen other comedians handle it much different.
You realize you just started that when you said sincerity and then you said honestly.
Both the same.
How many more subliminal hints were you going to try to give me that you're not bullshitting me?
Well, I'm trying to give myself
sincerity,
it too.
honesty, integrity.
I'm giving myself that too.
Thanks for coming on the podcast, Bill.
No. Don't send yourself out of here. Connor, go ahead.
Yeah, Bill.
Connor.
Connor.
Connor, Cornrow Connor, how are you?
Perfect.
Mullet.
Also a Boston sports fan. Yeah.
Sorry, my eyes are going.
Yeah, don't worry. What do you think about the Celtics tonight? Are you watching at all? Do you give a shit at all, or what do we think?
Yeah, I give a shit. What do I think? I think I think I haven't watched enough basketball to go on a sports podcast and give an intelligent opinion. But I will say, I will say this. Find this clip. Game 7, right at the end of the game, when they sat the Greek Freak who, by the way, if you watch 7 games watching that guy, I mean, he's one of the most incredible athletes I've ever seen. So the Boston crowd is giving him a respectful, ovation when he goes to the scene. And then one guy in the crowd, the most unathletic human being you could possibly see, and he was just going like he was going like this. Yeah. And it was just one of those things where it's just like in a
Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
Tiger.
White Tiger.
No.
No. Such
That's one
good
of my favorite
sports
things
take.
that ever happened.
Oh, you're back. Hey, you froze up in the middle of
I'm
that.
back.
You gave a great sports take, though. Sports podcast, great sports take right there. Hey, look at you. Hey,
there you go.
look at this guy, sports podcaster. Look at this. Look at you, Bill.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it was incredible. You judged the game. You said Giannis, incredibly impressive to watch, which we all agree on.
His first step is as fast as any point guard out there, it seems. Guy was fucking unstoppable.
What about football? You keep up with football at all? Mac Jones, you think he's going to be a guy? I remember you sang us a little Christmas song about the Colts fans going to cry or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I think, this is, it's a copycat league there, Pat. It's a now time. I mean, they got to give these kids a chance to grow. So, I mean, he's been 1 year in the NFL, and I thought for a rookie season he did great. So, Josh Allen, I don't think was lighting the league on fire his first year, and now look at the guy.
He's very
I
good.
love that guy.
Yeah, he's very good. Who's your favorite player in the NFL? Josh?
Well, you were until you retired.
All right, that's fucking bullshit. There is no sincerity in that comment right there. I'm sick of it, White Tiger. You hear me? Jesus. All right, get back to work. We appreciate
my favorite player in the NFL right now. I don't know. As far as there's just certain people that I like watching play. I like. It's the off season, so I'm going to forget everybody's name. Who's the guy, the quarterback of the Chargers?
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. I like him. And then there's just teams that I like. Like I'd like to see the Browns do something. I like Baker Mayfield. I think the guy's a friggin' winner. And it's like he led the Browns to a playoff and they got a victory. And there's still people trashing the guy. It's like to do that in Cleveland. Cleveland is where like quarterbacks went to die. One of the worst things to be over the last 30 years was a number 1 draft pick quarterback because you were going to Cleveland.
Bill, I don't want to break any bad news to you, but Baker Mayfield's time is over in Cleveland. Yeah. He's out of there.
Do they trade him?
Nah, it's a whole scene. I would really like you to actually invest in it and maybe get your thoughts on it. He asked to be traded. They say, nah, we don't care. We're not trading you. They then go sign Deshaun Watson to $230 million guaranteed. Quarterback from the Texans that obviously has a lot going on off the field that is very serious. And there's another trial, I think, happening here in like a month or so. Baker's still on team. Deshaun Watson starter, but we don't know if he's going to get suspended an amount of games or not. Baker still wants to be traded. They don't know what's going on. So I don't want to be the one that breaks bad news, but that whole scene is really something in Cleveland. But to your point.
Now you tell me with all of that. If you had to guess one franchise in the league that would be going down. I mean, there's nothing shocking about that story.
Exactly. Same old Browns, but they might win. And that's why you're an incredible sports podcaster, Bill. Look how you tied that thing together. Wow. That's why every time you come on here, we get excited, elated, happy you could take a break from editing. Can't wait to see your tour. Can't wait to see your new special on June 6th. And thank you and come back. Hey, come back anytime, Bill. Yeah. Hey, Bill, come back anytime.
That fucking passive-aggressive clap. I'm gonna be thinking about that tonight when I'm sleeping. He didn't enjoy me. He trashed the White Tiger the second I hung up. All right, guys. Thanks so much, man. I'll see you.
We appreciate you. Good luck with the tour. Good luck with the special, ladies and
gentlemen.
Wait
a second. I got to give you one here.
Okay.
I'll see you.
Oh, thanks for coming. Hey, Bill, thanks for coming on, Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burke.
Always a pleasure.
No, the pleasure's all ours.
Always a pleasure.
No, it's ours.
You're such an open spirit. You're honest, integrity.
Thank you.
In all sincerity.
You too, honestly, sincerely. Like that's the same way.
No, but you.
Genuinely, I feel that way about you, though.
You're brave. You're a hero.
Courageous.
You're a warrior.
Just like you. It's awesome.
You know, I realize I'm not going to win this. You're more full of shit than I am. All right, I'll see you.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What a fucking legend. All right, let's get to a break. I don't know how you're supposed to transition into anything after that. Paper tiger. Fuck.
It's close.
When you said it, I was like, yeah, white tiger.
I seen the time. I didn't know we were going to be talking about that, obviously. That's on me. Every once in a while, there's a glitch in the Matrix. I knew it was fucking tiger.
White tiger's sweet too, though.
Yeah, now you just named his next special.
This tour is called Slight Return. Bill Burr, Slight Return, doing like 25 cities. Slight.
Jeez.
We're almost back, but not really. Tulsa, Houston, Dallas, Washington, Philly, Louisville, Bloomington. Here we go.
Ooh, okay.
Cincinnati, Ontario, Minnesota, Iowa, Michigan, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Florida. Slight return.
Unreal.
He fucking deserves it, man.
Guys, selling a couple million tickets. Jeez.
Yeah. You got 2 spit takes out of you.
Yeah. What he said, will you at least fucking introduce yourself? That one got me. Ty just sitting there having a good conversation. I thought it was going to be about film. I didn't know he's editing and doing all that shit.
Neither did I. But, we'll see. I'm sure it's good. I mean, it'll be good. Everything he's been in's been good.
He talked about wanting 2 weeks before Christmas. This tour goes September 8th through December 17th. So only 1 week was accomplished, but maybe next year 2 of them. Big thanks to Bill. On the other side, we'll answer some phone calls on the 5-Hour Energy phone line to wrap up this glorious Tuesday, May 17th. We'll see you in about 4 minutes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, what do you got? Jesus.
On, lad.
Fuck.
Come around.
Got it.
Oh. For birdie finish.
You have got to experience so many things, both as a businessman off the field and on the field. Is there a moment when I ask this question that pops your mind, like, what's the craziest shit you've ever seen in your entire life? Because there was a time there where it felt like you were just getting dropped into insane situations and the world was like watching you do things. Man vs. Wild, you and that Bear Grylls guy, fucking electric. That was maybe the most electric shit I've ever seen. Is there anything that you think of whenever you think, like, what's the most ridiculous thing you've been a part of?
Probably some of the most ridiculous shit I ever been a part of was, I had got the restaurant which I'm in right now, and when we first got it, I would come in here and I would, clean up and go outside in the front, sweep up, make sure everything looked nice and shit. And one morning I got up here and I noticed, damn, this is a funky ass smell. And I looked, to the side of my front door, and it's a big ass pile of shit. And I'm talking about human shit.
Yeah,
and it's right on the side of the door. So I was like, somebody done came and popped the shit right in front of the door. Like, oh, this shit is crazy. Like, I can't be in here serving food. Motherfucker come walk in and they smelling straight ass cheeks when they come in there. Like, I don't think that's the restaurant I need to eat in. So, man, I get the water hose and I'm hosing it down. And, I see, we got a couple, dolphins that usually walk back up in front. Hey, man, did you do this? Like, oh, no. So, one of them owned up to it. I said, man, check it out. So you don't do this no more. Look, you come by here, we get you we get you a broom and, you help us, we help you. You feel me? And, we put together a little, I put a proposition together for him, and I ain't cleaning up shit no more.
It's a win-win. It's a win for everybody on that one. Hey, one of your former teammates. Yeah, hey, everybody wins. You're helping the people, man. That's awesome. That's why people love you. But hey,
one of them owned up to it. Just a line of questioning. The line of questioning.
His name was Willie. Willie owned up to. Matter of fact, he just left out. He said, sweeping up. He like, hey, what's up? Oh boy, I've been looking for you. You feel? Okay. Yeah, we bust down together up in the front of the restaurant to get it all cleaned up and everything.
Hey, you're helping people. Hey, Willie went from shitting outside to working inside. Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go, Willie. Let's go.
Give it up for my boy Willie, man.
Hey, welcome back to the Pat McAfee Show. Just got done with a conversation with the White Tiger.
That's right, yeah.
Bill Burr. How disrespected do you think he was by that?
I think he loves it. Hopefully now every special he has is some form of tiger, like white tiger, different forms of tiger coming up.
Stripes of a tiger.
Thanks to you.
Well.
All because of you. Like 30 years down the road, like, hey, Bill, in one of those interviews he hates, what's the deal with tigers, bud? And then he gets to go into this whole thing.
Well... All right, let's go to the phones. 5 Hour Energy phone line. Obviously, 5 Hour Energy gives you the alert, energized feeling you need to get in the zone. Stay in the zone.
Oh, yeah.
All the way through the
13 days till NFL football.
countdown to NFL football. Go to 5 Hour Energy's website to find over 15 flavors to choose from, with flavors like, what's your favorite, AJ?
Cherry.
Okay, and
Nice.
Tropical Burst and Watermelon and Peach Mango
Hell yeah.
and more. There's a flavor for everyone. There's even extra strength if you want to get a little bit more kick to the pow.
Hell yeah.
Go to 5hourenergy.com. That's the number 5, the full hourenergy.com. Use promo code McAfee to receive 10% off your order. Why have I been getting the burps from these green teas?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Why has that been happening, AJ? You know the body a lot better than any of us.
Did anything change? Did any new ingredients in there?
No, same things. Same green tea. Every single day. Same one. Is it
Someone putting some carbonation in there for you?
Maybe. Is that probably what's cooking? I don't know why anybody would do that to my green tea. My green tea did nothing to you. Take carbonation out of my fucking green tea. What's going on? We did have to go to a different Starbucks around the area because people had learned that it was my green teas that were being ordered, and they started writing, their name and their resumes and wanting to work for us and messages. And I'm like, okay, so they certainly know it's my cup. What if they don't want a resume? What if they want to?
Yeah. Slip you some.
So that kind of freaked me out a little bit, just as a natural, like, well, don't love that, okay. And so it kind of broke our trend a little bit, and we got a new flavor because there was a new mixture of green tea at a different store. Yeah. But I don't think that would be the reason why I'd be.
I'm reading that green tea increases tannins, that increase stomach acid, which can lead to
So many damn tannins.
There it is.
That's what I got. I got too many tannins. I should have known that, obviously. People ask a lot what this is on the internet.
It's piss.
Well, I think a lot of people
It
say
looks
beer.
like dehydrated piss.
What is your fucking problem?
That's exactly what it looks like. Trust me, if someone's very dehydrated, you don't want it to look like that. So this could be a teaching lesson for some people out there.
Thank you for doing that, AJ. This is not a champion piss.
No.
Okay, you need to be better hydrated than this.
I think this guy's drinking 2 24-ounce glasses of dehydrated piss every single day.
Patches O'Houlihan? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know if that's your secret.
I don't know. A lot of people think it's a beer.
Yeah, ice cold. What?
Did you eat anything this morning?
No.
If you drink tea on an empty stomach, it says it can cause gastritis.
There it is.
What's that? Is that forever? So fucking dumb. I'm the dumbest. So that's probably what's happening, huh? I assume that on a regular.
What do you mean? You've been doing this for how many years in a row, drinking 4 green teas without eating before it?
No, well, I just got back into fasting.
Hell yeah.
I'm back in shape. Don't know if you know that. I got a little tan this weekend.
You never got out of shape, I feel like.
Well, yeah, I certainly did. The knees started hurting. I started getting winded. It was like WrestleMania. I just went on a binge immediately afterwards. And every round that I put in that Oculus ruined in 10 days. 10 days of just eating everything in sight. And it was ruined what I did for like fucking 2 months or whatever. So I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to put the toothpaste back into the tube.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
It's not. I'm actually finding it to be very difficult. The whole body's sore right now. I got on that bike last night. What's that?
The Serial One.
Serial One bikes. Have you rode that thing yet?
Oh, yeah. Thing is amazing.
I love it. You can actually get like a workout, and then whenever it's like, all right, I'll take a little break, but I won't be at a standstill here, and I'll keep going. It is awesome. Amazing. I really enjoyed that. That's my first time getting it home. I should have done it a long time ago, like when we had to deal with them.
Well, now it's gorgeous out though. It started, I believe, pretty close to the winter.
Yeah. It's impossible to ride.
Yeah. Couldn't use it.
What's it called? Serial One.
Serial One. Yeah.
Very nice bike. I don't know how much it costs. I think it was pretty pricey. It's fucking the best bike I've ever hauled.
They're not cheap.
Flies.
So you pedal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pedal assist.
So yeah, it's a
it?
pedal assist.
Oh, okay.
So a moped, and my wife and I had this full conversation. A moped and a scooter are not the same thing. Moped is it becomes a scooter, but to turn on, you have to pedal to start the engine. So that is the ped of the mo. And then once you start the engine, boom, it's a handle throttle, basically. You're off and running. Scooter, you don't have to pedal. You just start that thing. I actually had a remote start on my motherfucker in college.
Hell yeah.
Beep, beep, and an alarm. You know what I mean? So that thing just starts. This is a pedal assist. You still have to pedal most of the time to keep moving. It's just helping you and propelling you faster.
There's no throttle, though, right?
No.
Mine doesn't have a throttle. My serial one.
No, you have to pedal the entire time. That's kind of the difference between a scooter and a moped. And the thing, you could set the levels too on how much it assists you.
Yep.
Eco, Tour, Boost,
Sport.
and then like it's a whole thing on how much it helps you, how much you go. I enjoyed it because I had a burnout and I was a little bit too far from home. Well, no big deal. Let me boost this thing up to sport real quick.
Nice. Yep.
It was getting me home in a lot better fashion. It's nice. It's a great workout and it's low impact, but my whole body's feeling it right now. And that seat needs to get soft.
The seat is brutal.
It is a brutal seat.
You can get like
What
a
is
cover,
that?
right?
I don't understand that.
Why do all bikes have to have disgustingly uncomfortable seats? Like the Peloton?
Oh, yeah.
That thing, I couldn't do it strictly because of the seat. Can we not make that more comfortable? Why is that such a thing?
Well, that's what turns you into the cyclist asshole.
Oh.
Gets pissed.
Got it. That makes sense because you were just getting
Uncomfortable.
the entire time.
Yeah.
That's tough, AJ. I don't know how that has become a thing, but I guess that's just the way it is over there in the bike world.
I might get one of those little thing you can put over top of your seat. It's like foam, memory foam, and sit on top of there.
nice.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I can even take that thing out and put one of those cruiser seats on it.
Oh, yeah.
Hammock
Oh,
seat
yeah.
on that thing. And I go on my Harley, put that fucking
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's the idea.
If that was to happen, I think I'd be on that bike maybe all day, every day.
Let's get Paulie Tuttle on it.
Oh, dude, the Tuttle family, both senior and Jen at Orange County Choppers, would get that serial one, and that thing would have a nice hammock seat on there, maybe a little suicide shift on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that thing. What a show.
Great show.
Don't say yeah like
West
that.
Coast choppers, man.
What, you don't like
Best.
that?
No, he called Paul Senior Italian Hulk Hogan. He didn't know
He just
who
learned.
he was.
He just learned.
I
about it a
didn't
couple
know who
weeks
it
ago.
was. I thought we were just talking about random people, and it was like a Google image. And it was Paul Senior. I thought it was Italian Hulk Hogan because he looks just like him.
So you thought he toured around Italy as Hulk
Yes,
Hogan?
exactly. And he was there, Hulk Hogan in Italy. But
He was Hulk Hogan of the bikes
He was.
for a long time, the choppers.
When does your bike come out?
Mine? I think I'm parking it for a couple of years.
Okay.
Oh. When he gets someone to jumpstart the battery, that's when it comes out.
Well, that's a dirt bike. That thing has never been started. Okay. That thing came with a dead battery. What do you want from me? All right? Tell me where the fuck it is first before I even learn how to jump it. Well, it's under the seat. How do I get there? Well, you got to take this thing out, this thing out, this thing out. And then the person that said they would do it, it's like, well, I don't want that person coming to my house. Kind of freaked me out when I met him in person. So now this thing's just going to be basically a lawn ornament. It's a nice one. The Harley, though, I think I'm off for a couple of years. I don't know. I might take a cruise here. The roads have been interesting here in Indiana.
They're bad.
The roads are bad, you know, and there's no reason at this particular stake with, you know, we are a good operation right now, lean 13B. I don't know if I need to be tempting fate with those fucking potholes. You
Hey,
know?
thank you.
I'm not happy.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
Or other drivers.
But they're trying to avoid things too. So it might be a pothole on the other side of the fucking. I almost got ran off the road yesterday because somebody, rightfully so, did not see this moat that was on the other side of a hill. So they come into my lane because they had no lane over there. So now I got to drive for them. It's a wild time to be on the roads here in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So the bike goes away from
Oh,
me.
you got the Serial 1 bike now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I won't be a jackass that's holding up traffic. If you're doing that, fucking take a goddamn hike, dude. Your bike is too slow. You are not Lance Armstrong. Get the fuck off the road.
Get on the sidewalk.
I appreciate what you're doing, though, even in your costume. I like what
Take
you're
your
doing.
Harley on the bike path. If you want to be really safe.
I do have enough faith in my maneuvering abilities on the bike to do such a thing, you know, because some of the turns are a little tighter, but can't trust the other people on the path.
No, you can't.
Can't trust the other people on the path either. There's potholes on those paths around here in Indiana, too. Don't you worry about that. Let's go to Waldo in Florida. Where's Waldo?
Pat, man, how we doing?
Hey, keep it moving. There, Waldo.
I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna let the Waldo slip. It's Wado, but we all good, Pat. Big fan of the show. Wado. There it is. Big fan of the show, but most importantly, big promoter of the show.
Oh, thank you, Wado. We appreciate that, man. Boots on the ground, guerrilla marketing opportunity here. Guerrilla, guerrilla, not the one in the woods. Even though if they were talking for us, that'd be fucking good too. Wado, what do you want to talk about? What?
So, Pat, man, I heard you breaking down some UFO talk.
Tomorrow, Mike
Gallagher. I just want to say, if you don't know who this guy is, you need to find out who Bob Lazar is.
Oh, I know Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We know the laser.
Oh, yeah, we know Lazar. Have you followed him?
That's it. He answered every question that we've ever had. We're looking for the aliens. We're looking for the ships. Guess what? We got them. We've been had them. They're here.
Thank you, Wado.
Thank you, Wad.
Did we get his name pronunciation right or wrong? Is his name actually Wad?
I think so. That's what he said.
WHUDO.
Wad?
Wad.
Oh. One more phone call here. Let's go to Alfredo.
Is that on his birth certificate, you think?
Wad?
Wad.
Oh, maybe. Let's go to Alfredo. Wad? In Wisconsin on the 5 Energy phone line. What's going on, Alfredo? What?
Pat, AJ boys, how we doing?
Thank you so much, Alfredo.
Hey, first and foremost, shout out to the Marine Corps. Hoorah!
I was taking a sipski. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, here we go. Hoorah. What's going on, Fredo?
All right. Hey, with Landry now with the Saints, what wide receiver do the Packers sign, or do the Packers do what the Packers always do, and they just rely on Aaron to make Christian Watson another elite wide receiver like he did with Devontae and he did with Jordy?
Oh, Fredo. Okay, saying that Devontae was created by Aaron Rodgers. You know, might have went into the reasoning why people around Devontae were saying, hey, let's get you out. You know, everybody thinks you were created, although Devontae is incredible, and Aaron Rodgers certainly helped that. That is quite a slight, I believe. Yeah. Aaron is able to make people be better than they probably expected to be. But there's still veteran wide receivers out there. Odell Beckham Jr.'s out there. Julio Jones is still out there. Yep. There's young guys allegedly being better than ever. Unlike us. We'll be back in 21 hours. Fucking perfect transition.
Got it.
Perfect transition.
Got it.
It was terrible. Maybe the worst in history. Sirius XM listeners are hearing, buy the Michelin tires. Right after I just said that, which is terrible for their ears. But these young wide receivers, you know, like, because I'm looking at the Colts as well, AJ. I'm looking at the Colts, and I'm like, how are we not in the Jarvis Landry sweepstakes when he's only $3 million? With $3 million in incentives, we have no veteran wide receiver on the roster currently. We've had issues in the past with not enough weapons. I'd assume this is exactly how Packers fans feel as well. Late in the season, injuries are going to happen. If they happen in skill positions, you can be completely devastated by a team that can stop your run, and you don't have anybody that can get open or anything like that. I mean, it's just... that's a real thing that happens when football matters at the end of the season. And if you look at the teams that have won the Super Bowl, they have had a plethora and added more weapons throughout the season if they could, because they know you got to be deep in a couple different positions. But the overwhelming consensus, it sounds like, from the teams that are operating in that fashion is wide receivers have been better at a younger age than ever before. How do we know if we don't have the next Devontae or the next CD Lamb or the next whoever is going to be a young stud? I think that is how they're really viewing it. And I think they can save money by doing so. And then it's just kind of, I guess you're hoping that you get a proven player as opposed to just getting a proven player. And I guess we just kind of got to ride the wave of them making that decision.
Yeah, you have to hope that they're, this kid that you pick up, their potential, they probably draft him because they know, hey, this guy's ceiling is super high. We hope we can develop him into a superstar. But then once he becomes that superstar, then that team has to make the decision. Do we pay this dude gigantic? What's that?
They're not, because it just came together in my head. Because if you get a superstar wide receiver, that means the quarterback's really fucking good. They're going to pay the quarterback every single time, so then that wide receiver's going to have to go elsewhere.
You could pay them both, though. They tried to pay Devontae and Aaron.
Yeah, they said they would have been able to, right? That's what they said they would have been able to. But all reports from all these contract gurus and people in former management positions are like, not going to be able to pay both quarterback and a wide receiver. Not going to be able to do it on the same offense. That's why you're seeing rookie quarterback contracts picking up the high-end wide receiver market or whatever. But Carr's paid.
Yeah.
Devontae's paid.
Carr said he tried to basically rework his contract, though, so it would work. But like Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, they couldn't get that done.
But they got Kelsey. They're paying him, right?
I guess you can't really have, the number one highest paid quarterback and the number one highest paid receiver at the same time. That probably makes it a little more difficult.
But to become the number one wide receiver, you're going to have a stud quarterback. So it's almost like always, if it works out as well as you hope it is, not going to be there long term.
Yeah, because
that's crazy to think about. But like, if you hit on this guy, and he is the next wide receiver around the NFL, and you're not paying him as much, your quarterback's going to reap the benefit of it as well. You're going to pay the quarterback. You're not going to pay. That's a very interesting thing that literally hit me as you were speaking there. So I apologize for interrupting, which happens all the time. I apologize. It's kind of how I operate, and that's with sincerity and genuineness.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, that is going to be the trend. That's what's going to happen.
So who then pay? Like, okay, the teams that sign these big time guys, they either have a quarterback on a rookie contract, or they have a guy that's like middle of the road payment wise.
Yes, and willing to take less is what it sounds like. So we just figured out the NFL.
Yeah.
Happy we could do that.
No big deal. The Packers thing was like they offered a different amount of guaranteed money.
Yeah,
right?
Years. I think the first 2 years or 3 years as
Yeah.
opposed to a 5-year or whatever.
I guess the only one now, aside from Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, is Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, because Stephon Diggs just got that massive extension.
Yeah, so Bean was able to make it work, and they got money all over that roster.
Yeah.
So everybody else is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, and isn't part.
What the fuck? Why is everybody bullshit? Why is Bean able to do it and everybody else isn't able to do it? I don't understand how that happens. Different set of rules, different situations. What's going on?
Well, and isn't part of that because Josh Allen got a big deal, but he didn't get like his next deal is going to be what some of the quarterbacks that have, if he for whatever reason would have signed like this past offseason, like he's getting, $60 or $70 million more.
What
than
did he
is right
sign?
now.
What did he sign?
It was like
for?
140, wasn't it?
6 years, I think he got like one. He was right below Aaron, I believe, in guarantee.
I could be wrong though, but those are the only two on the offense who are really
paid,
getting paid.
Yeah, because they just drafted a running back. They let go a couple of linemen, then signed a couple of linemen to like 1 year deals. Beasley's gone. Gabriel
Probably can't have a
Davis-
big time left tackle on your team, but you're paying however many million a year either at the same time.
Yeah, but you're going to try to keep a left tackle with the quarterback if that.
Yeah, but you can't you're not going to have a dude that's top 3 in pay for tackles in the league.
Packers do.
Yeah.
The trends are going to be in. Yeah, Bakhtiari got paid.
You're right.
Well, there's an article written.
Hey, how's he feel? He comes back.
Everybody can do it. What are we doing though? Everyone can work it out. Like you can figure anything out, I guess. What are we
Exactly.
doing?
I'm not happy about it at all. I'm not happy about it.
You got to kick the can down the road. You got to pay someday. Well, we haven't seen anyone have to pay yet.
The Saints had to pay. Remember? Now they got Jarvis Landry, Tyrann Mathieu, fucking Jameis Winston.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Drew Brees back.
Whoa. His friend that he coaches alongside T-Ball said, "Hey, he hadn't brought up football one time to me." He did talk about CrossFit and pushing sleds.
Wait, who's the friend?
The source.
Yeah.
The source, Peter King.
Close friend.
First base coach.
Peter King coaches with him?
No, Peter King had a source that is a friend of Drew Brees. He quoted and said, he never mentioned football once to me. So I went on a full thought. One friend of Brees told me Sunday he hasn't mentioned playing to him in this offseason once. And his left shoulder surgery on May 2nd at age 43, after not playing football for 16 months, seems to make a return to football problematic at best. Another person who knows Brees, this guy, mowed his lawn, told me Sunday night, he's not playing football.
Wow.
No way. So now you automatically have to go like, well, who's the fucking friend that feels like he is the authority on Drew Brees? How connected is that friend? Is he a baseball coach with him? How much does he hang out with him in the offseason? Do they, work out together? Do they get some, protein shakes together?
Pickleball.
Do they play pickleball together? How close is the friend that says, well, he hasn't mentioned it once to me? This guy's acting like him and Drew talk every single day, and I'm sure Drew's pumped that guy that he talks to every single day is like, hey, Pete, fucking doesn't tell me anything.
Give me a call, Pete.
Anything else you need to know? Like that's why this show stinks, though, because we heard this quote, and that's exactly how we covered it, AJ.
Well, why are Drew Brees' friends speaking with Peter King? And not a bad thing, but how does that connection even get made?
That's exactly my question. And if we're just going to go anonymous, a guy that knows, that security guard across the street that works at that building, he knows me.
Yeah,
I talk to him every single day.
Yeah.
I give him, hey, how you doing? Hope life is good. We give him, I've had what if that person was asked what our plans are? Sure. He just gives the story. He has no idea. What is that even? You know what I mean? I'm sick of the anonymous shit about stuff that isn't serious. I understand there's a world where anonymity to sources needs to happen for the safety of people and to get things right and everything like that. I do. But in sports, the anonymity shit is rampant. And it's at everything. It's hard not to be like, Well, who the fuck could that be? Who is that? And in Drew Brees, I wonder if he did the same thing. Like, this son of a bitch is talking to Peter King about my
PTA
future.
meeting, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Possible.
They might
Someone
say-
who works at Smoothie King.
Yeah, or Jimmy John's.
Yeah, one of
The
his
sandwich
franchises.
guy.
Yeah. Guinness World Record. I think he has a couple of those. He probably knows a couple of adjudicators.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What if it's his son?
What if his kid
Maybe, yeah.
sourcing to Peter King already?
So, hey,
Hey,
yeah.
give me a little on the slide when I turn 18. I'll give you fucking everything Drew's got going on. He didn't talk to me once about playing football. Always talk about baseball and jumping on a trampoline in the backyard.
So I don't know what you're thinking.
He does have a sweet backyard.
Sweet backyard. Every time he posts about it, I'm like, God damn, that's a nice setup, whatever he's got going. I don't know why you'd want to leave that. But now he wants to call games. I guess he wants to be gone for 4 days a week. Get me out of here. Hey, that schedule of doing games, Collinsworth was talking about it. It is not. The games are a lot of travel, a lot of on the road time during a football season.
Yeah, the fact that when they have to get there like 2 days before the game, they call and all that, it's different. But also at the same time, like these guys get giant money to do. Yeah, you are prepping all week, but yeah, it's still a great gig.
Yeah, Sundays are free, right? That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the
Those
old
cool cliches.
Yeah, Sundays are free. They pay me for a work week.
They pay me Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, Sundays are free. General Bob Carpenter said that at least once, right?
Sure.
No, normally it was like I don't know, D-line coach somewhere like says it like he is Nostradamus, like the greatest of all time. Like,
Oh, thanks.
Some young D-lineman like is so impressed.
Thanks, Coach Shinzu. Okay, that was fucking
R.I.P.
unbelievable. I can't believe that guy passed away.
That was devastating.
Phew. Hold on, still too current though. Don't talk about it too much.
To me, learning about it, you're 100% right, dude. You're 100% right. I just fucking learned it. I mean, what do you want? That was a tough day. A lot of people live and die, by the way.
That's right.
Old buddy operates. He just died 2,000 years before Jesus Christ popped out in that farm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Still moves the needle.
Hell yeah.
Gone too soon.
Still moves the needle. What a fucking... There was a lot of dust that just popped off of this. You know, we kind of mailed it in on the place since Thunderdome's around the corner.
That's probably smoke, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Smoke
Residue.
inhalation trapped in there.
Yeah, probably from the other day. Let's just open to a page and let's get better today.
Yes.
Love this day.
His name's Sun Tzu, by the way, not Shinzu.
Yeah, but Shin, I think, is in the family
It
still.
is, yeah. He,
Cousin.
Sun Tzu said, "The control of a large force is the same principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers." Thank you, Sun Tzu.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
You gotta do one little reading every day now.
I will.
That's what the Daily Stoic's for,
Hey,
too.
how you did that though, your tone and your delivery is exactly what Bill Burr was talking about. Like,
What?
It was so just problematic. Your tone and your delivery. He's the best. Oh, we love this. Oh, they're the best. Like everybody's the best.
No. Sun Tzu fucking deserves sincerity.
Yeah. I don't want you to get emotional. I know you've learned of his death.
Well, that was a rough day. You fucking seen it. We've seen it live. We've seen a lot of this live, by the way.
Yeah. The office
A lot
was
of my
like
life
Lord.
has been live, by the way. I'm realizing that as I'm kind of going back through stuff. I'm like, God damn, what I look like on this day after this happened. It's like, oh, well, 275 clearly, and seem to be pretty happy. All right, let's do that. Like it's my life is almost documented at this point, as are all of ours. But then now the WWE SmackDown's happening.
Yeah.
On Friday, that's 2 hours a night, and then maybe the pay-per-view, it's 2 hours on Sunday, and then
At least.
the Instagram stories on the weekend. It's like, okay, so I'm just kind of, my entire life is tracked. That's great. And by the way, I think I'm super genuine a lot.
Yeah.
Super genuine.
Every day.
Not every day. There's some days where I'm not as genuine, but I want to be nice to people because they're probably good people. I just think they're garbage, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do, AJ.
What does that mean?
No, just when we're talking about stuff that's happening, you know, like there's enough there's enough negative shit being said about people all over the place. Like I don't need to feed into that. You know what I mean? So I don't want to continue to add that. I think it's pretty negative. But some conversations are more difficult for me than others to be like positive about said person in the story, if that makes sense.
Oh, I get it. I understand. Yeah, you don't have to spread negativity or anything, but you also have to be authentic and real.
Yeah, well, I choose to be the authentic and real positive on most situations. But there's some shit where it's like, all right, we're moving through this subject quick because this person stinks.
Can you give me an example?
No.
I mean,
What?
That Drew Brees one. It's an anonymous source. It's about fucking nothing, but it's still.
Yeah, we kind of just buried Peter King there, I guess. But Peter King is
the offseason.
But Peter King
Offseason.
has sources.
Yeah.
I genuinely appreciate Peter King's brain in knowledge and sources because he's able to get shit that nobody else is. You know what I mean? Like, I actually had a meeting with Matt Rule. I was supposed to get like lunch with Matt Rule whenever they were in town for joint practices. It got canceled because Matt Rule had to go meet with Peter King. So like, he like is he's knows everybody. Like he is
big swing.
Been around forever.
Yeah, powerful guy. So whenever he's speaking, I'm interested in it. But in this particular case, like, I mean, that was a fucking nothing.
Yeah.
This was an absolute nothing. Or it was something very, 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 very.
Well, and to what we were just talking about, he did say he was talking to like either a GM or an assistant GM about how like wide receivers are probably going to turn into like running backs, where instead of paying them, you just draft another guy and just let someone else do that.
How many words is that football morning in America?
Oh, 2,000 plus.
Yeah, didn't you need to submit one like 5 or 6 weeks in advance, and it had to be a full 4,000 words?
Do you remember that, AJ?
Oh, yeah.
I was like kind of excited to showcase my brain, you know, to like kind of excited to piece together, because I write a lot. Like I write a lot in my notes section. So I don't do a lot of like I don't know how to, laptop, I'm terrible on a laptop. You know, not as bad as these.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Yeah, absolute clowns.
But I do a lot of writing, so I was excited to kind of show my penmanship almost in this thing as I was asked to be a guest writer for Football Morning in America.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "What do you want to talk?" It was like 3 months away or something like that. 4 months away. What do you want? What are you going to talk about? I'm like, probably the ever-evolving sports media. Maybe I have no idea. 4 months from now, I have no clue. Okay, sounds good. Appreciate it. It went well. And then like 90 days beforehand, or like 45. I forget how many. 45 days beforehand, maybe. Yeah, can you submit that to the editors like next week or whatever? And then we're going to go through it, and then we'll do this whole thing. I'm like, there's no chance. Like, there's no chance I'm going to be able to do that. It's supposed to be 45 days from now. I am so sorry. He's like, I'm going to have to pick somebody else then. It's like, all right, well, see you later.
Go ahead.
That's okay.
Well, it would have been cool to be able to do that, but it's just, he's Peter fucking King for a reason. Anybody else, I'm like, as soon as you ask that question, like, hey, you don't fucking have a clue what you're doing. But Peter King has sold like 3 blogs. The guy is legend in the NFL game, so it's just like, yeah, it's fucking Peter King. He knows everybody and does everything.
And I believe it ended up being Dr. Myron Roll.
Much better served. So like it ended up working out for everybody much better. I think he has a book right now.
He does.
Yeah, I've seen him.
What was he on? He was on Pivot.
He's been making his rounds a little bit. I've been seeing him like pop up on Twitter in interviews.
I saw Kyrie was on I Am Athlete with Shady and Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's going to be a good listen.
Very good. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
I haven't got a chance to see it. I just saw a clip. That should be very, very good.
Kyrie, him talking about his time in Cleveland with LeBron was very cool.
Yeah, reminiscing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of I wish I would have type stuff now that he's matured and evolved.
Absolutely.
That one clip made me like him a little bit more. It was a good clip.
What's your problem?
What's that? You don't like Kyrie
You
Irving?
hate his guts or what?
I didn't say.
What's this guy's problem?
Sounds like
what's
it.
the deal?
Why are you guys so negative?
Why do you hate him?
Why did you hate him?
Negative.
Because the way you said it.
him?
Because you said it.
Hey,
The way you said it.
What do you hate
The way you said it.
Yeah, I don't
That's so
understand.
Flat
interesting.
Earth clip
It's
or
supposed
what?
to be a positive
No, it's not the
image.
flat
No,
earth.
you
We are supposed to be positive. That's why what you said was
It's
unbelievable.
like, whoa, this guy.
Why can't
This
you offensive?
this guy hates
What are you
Kyrie.
hiding from us?
I watched that clip. I liked him a
Maybe like him
little
more.
bit.
Don't spin my words.
Well, I'm just telling you what
Maybe
you said.
like him more.
You're going to have to listen back. Yeah, me too, though, by the way. I did maybe.
Words have meaning, Fox.
Oh, did you hate him?
You'll learn.
Did you hate him?
No, it made me like him even more.
Foxy, why are you so defensive?
I
We're
do
just-
dislike his flat Earth.
Well, I think
If we're
he's
throwing
backed
that out
off
there.
that.
Yeah.
I think he's backed off that.
If we're throwing things out there.
I think he's backed
People are
off.
allowed to have opinions. Dude.
Yeah. Well, that was that. Not that one. I don't think you're allowed to have. Like that's one that people are like, nah. Well,
Didn't that one guy? I thought the one guy proved it when he shot himself up in the rocket to try to see that the Earth
He
was
tragically
Oh,
died.
Mad Mike.
Oh, no.
So unfortunately,
What did he report back?
That was a time.
well, he didn't because he went up
let's
and then
have
went
a moment of
I think there
silence.
was a
straight
clip
down
when he
and-
was going up of him saying, "It's always there."
All right, let's have a moment of silence for Mad Mike.
Can't say that.
talking about the ground when his
That was tough to watch.
craft
man.
exploded into it and he died on impact.
Body turned into soup.
Yeah.
There's no reason to say that
Shouldn't
about
have
Mad
an
Mike.
ejection button.
Well,
Well,
it didn't matter. I don't think for how
Yeah.
quick the
Well,
flight
he-
was.
I think he had one, but it just didn't work.
I think it was made out of soup cans.
It
dude,
was
with
a
an
bad
injection
rocket.
button.
He should have never got in that.
Do
Like-
flat earthers believe in space?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
Great question.
Yeah, it's a.
Because are we just floating through space as a flat Earth with the atmosphere around? Is that what they think?
Yeah, it's like a frisbee.
That's sick.
How come nobody's just walking from one end to the other to raise money for fucking something?
Yeah.
Why is Mike Posner not going from left Earth to right Earth, straight across, One flat thing and not raising money
He
right
got
now.
bit by that rattlesnake.
Bro, Posner is an electrifying follow on Instagram.
Man, he's writing a book now.
Damn right he is. I can't wait to-
Did that confirm? Is he going to write it? 'Cause I
couple
wasn't
years.
sure.
No, I think he is.
I thought he was. Yeah, 5
Mike
year
Posner is an awesome listen to right now.
What all? I mean, I know him like as a musician, right? What all is he doing? Like,
Motivating.
does everything.
You name it.
Yeah.
He's incredibly deep thinker.
He's kind of evolved. You know, he's changed. He had a lot of success, crashed, came back, had realized.
Crashed, really?
Well, he disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's the music game. You got a hit, and then hopefully you have more hits. But
What does he say? I made $1 million and I spent it on girls and shoes.
That's right.
That's why he crashed. I think he did crash. I think in his own lyrics he said like, "Hey, and then he met Avicii, and then he started putting real life into it.
And he stopped drinking Hennessy
Yeah,
because
he
he
took a
thought
pill there.
fans thought it was cool.
Yeah, and then bangers came.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Posner had like 6-7 bangers real quick. Boom, 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 boom. And it was like he's all the way back, and then he became an electrifying Instagram follower. He's walking across America and then got bit by a rattlesnake. You hear me, AJ?
I was legit. Like he almost died, didn't he?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Rattlesnakes are real.
Rattlesnakes are very real, and that's genuine, just like his show. We'll be back tomorrow. We're out of here. Big guest tomorrow, AJ.
Huge.
Alien talk.
Yeah.
What time?
Big G.
1:15 EST, I do believe, is what was confirmed with the comms department. Ty?
Yes, that is correct. 1:15.
1:15 EST will get all the answers, okay? That we couldn't understand today, maybe?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Could not understand what they were saying. So much mumbo-jumbo out of their mouths. Why are you speaking in legal ease?
Different language.
Well, I guess they kind of have to because they're on oath, under oath, so.
Well, they also just kept saying officially.
Well, how come the two people that are in charge of investigating know less than me?
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
They just don't.
That's what I mean. They kept saying, well, officially, we didn't actually see that. I just feel
Classified.
like everything happened.
Then what are they even doing it for?
Yeah, good question.
Exactly.
What's this song and dance?
Yeah.
It's all show. Just
They're
for
just
us.
kissing babies, shaking hands.
Bullshit.
We're all puppets.
And maybe we're wrong, though. We'll get answers tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Will we?
Yeah.
Big,
Yeah.
Hey,
what do you call him? Big G.
Big G.
Big G.
Big G.
Big G. Marine Mike.
Yeah.
Marine Mike.
Tell you what, if he wants to get
Galley?
reelected in the Green Bay area, yeah, he's gonna have to give us some answers. Because guess what? I think we got a couple watchers from fucking Green Bay area.
Wow. That's very confident of you. Cocky of you.
Well, no, I mean Aaron's on.
Yeah, but that's on a Tuesday during the season.
I'm just saying.
Plus, Aaron's a
Wednesday.
big alien guy.
I love meeting people. Yeah, he is.
True.
He has seen them.
So, yeah.
He has seen them. Orange light,
Yes.
then a couple choppers,
Yeah.
or not choppers, Top Gun pilots.
Yeah.
Flying behind, fighter jets flying behind. He said saw 4 or 5 fighter jets chasing this thing in the sky in New Jersey or New York or something
Yeah,
like
Jersey.
that.
So that's how we do it.
Same orange thing that I seen.
Yeah.
And then they saw it in Houston, too.
Same one.
If this guy doesn't give us
Me
answers,
and Foxy
Yes.
seen the same thing that Aaron Rodgers seen. We just didn't have any fighter jets to chase that thing down.
yeah, if he doesn't give us answers, we tell him that Aaron will back his opponent, which will carry a lot of weight in
Even
that
if
area.
he doesn't give us
There you
answers,
go.
we might need Gallagher. We might need Gallagher.
Can't get in politics.
Gallagher.
He is the fastest man in Congress, by the way.
Fast, this guy's quick.
Yeah,
He's a
fast.
fucking Marine, dude.
That thing we watched this morning, though, that happens all the time.
Is
Yes,
that every
every
day?
day.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
just
Every
because
day.
the title of it
That
on the,
thing was terrible.
So they're actually just wasting time every day at those.
Every day. And is a 16-year-old producing that thing?
All
I
day,
think it's the
every
first
day.
time since 50 years they've covered this.
The UFO, yeah, but we're just talking about the
no.
entire thing.
Like hearings. There's hearings all the time.
C-SPAN all day, every day.
Who's in charge of like photography over there? I was thinking to myself, like, man, if we were to get our hands on this for what, 2 days, maybe, not even. I mean, it's just like, all right, here we go.
They're not thinking of like entertainment value though. They're
No.
thinking of we just have
Bro,
to
they
make
put
this
a fucking graphic over the UFO that they were trying to show on a screen that was away from any microphone.
misdirection. Classic misdirection. You're worried about the
No,
production
no.
value and not what's actually
My
being
reports
said.
are saying it's Mark Farkas.
Mark Farkas?
Yeah.
Farkas, I know you got a lot going on. You got to fill, 45 hours every 2 days, whatever.
Yeah, it's Farkas and then Peter Slenny.
Okay, well,
Slens.
hey, Peter, I know you guys got a lot going on, but at one point you put a graphic of who the fuck was speaking, which we couldn't hear over the actual UFO that we were trying to see that we couldn't see. It's like, what the fuck is going on C-SPAN?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the guys who are producing that are like 2 92-year-old guys sitting in a soiled diaper in some control
He was in
room
his 20s in Christmas Story, right? And now he's fucking producing C-SPAN.
Farkas?
Farkas, yeah.
Scotty Farkas.
Bro,
Scotty Farkas gets the shit beat out of him.
Bro, just what a day. What a
Yeah.
moment for Ralphie, by the way. What a moment in there. Anyways, follow up. It was bad.
Very bad.
It was in 720, too. It was like,
That's what I told you. I said nothing's going to happen.
why? Yeah, but you're fucking negative, dude. Come on.
Always.
Something's
Not
happening
negative.
Tomorrow.
I'm trying to tell you, don't get your hopes up, but you're right. That's a great tease for our Wednesday show.
Yeah, because tomorrow we're getting all the answers that we couldn't get then.
That's right.
Now, granted, feels like the guy we're talking to was the one asking the questions. I don't know if he has the answers.
Probably not. He's very curious.
He's also going to be curious, but he'll know more than we will know, hopefully.
We'll see.
Definitely.
We'll find out tomorrow, 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. Be a friend, tell a friend, aliens, or maybe being chatted about.
Hell yeah.
Definitely being chatted about. Maybe being real.
Hell yeah.
Definitely real. Maybe being confirmed real.
Yeah, find out more info.
Foxy and I seen that orange globe was 1,000,000% an alien.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, somebody tagged you guys in that thing that was over Houston. That was the same exact thing.
Bingo. Over also the carrier out in the middle of the sea. They had.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, that's so cool. They chose us to just see that. It was just us and them in the sky.
Just floating. And all
Stop
those marks
by.
thought it was a moon.
Yeah. Follow up. My wife sent me a text when she found out that this Representative Gallagher was coming on the show.
Big G.
She said, please do not embarrass yourself and ask about the moon that you guys saw out of the plane. It's like, Sam.
Whoa.
Sam, it wasn't a
Whoa,
fucking
okay,
moon.
Sam.
Is that funny, AJ?
That's very funny. Yes, I credit to Sam. I know she's a smart gal.
No.
AJ.
She is.
Just
but
challenging you, and just to challenge you on that is, I give her credit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I appreciate and respect her. Ha 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 ha. Funny, Sam. Me and Foxy, everybody on the internet has said this as well. Low-hanging fruit. You know, it's kind of a stale toast, stale bread.
Sure.
Gonna hurt yourself to even talk about that being a moon. Everybody got their jokes in.
Right.
Me and Foxy seen the moon 35 years running. How long have you seen the moon?
27 years running.
You start doing some quick math there. 62 fucking years of seeing the moon.
A lot of
All
moons.
right?
The moon doesn't exist in Detroit, though, so it's only your opinion.
The moon is the only thing that exists in Detroit, I think. I don't think there's any
Only light
sunshine
No,
up
you
there.
can't see it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't see it.
Oh, you're talking about all the fog.
Yeah.
The moon has never been inside the atmosphere in my 27 years personally.
Well, I'm not 100% sure the reality of that, but the moon should not be sitting at 10,000 feet.
Thank you.
No.
Okay? So when I'm eye to eye with this fucking thing, what's going on, alien? It's not a moon.
If the moon was that low, the tides.
Yeah, the flooding would be
crazy.
fucking catastrophic.
Don't even want to start with
Oh,
that.
and the lake, too?
Oh, my
We'd be
God.
Parking a boat would be impossible.
We'd be on a beach right now.
Yeah.
Well, you would be?
Indianapolis would be beachfront if the fucking moon was at
The
10,000
menstrual cycles,
feet.
too. Oh,
Wow.
don't even get me
Al
started.
Gore already told us that.
Jesus.
What?
Exactly.
What?
No.
What are you talking about? That guy's a good guy in Florida.
The moon or the menstrual cycles?
It's good
Al
idea.
Gore.
None of it.
The inconvenience.
Is that the guy that invented the internet?
Hashtag PMS White Tiger. PMS White Tiger. Take a take a screenshot of Bill Burr when he was on the show, or any of the clips that are on Twitter. Take a screenshot of your favorite moment of the show when Bill Burr was on. Say something nice to somebody. Add your cash tag in there, and you could be one of 10 winners of $599.
Here we go.
Boom. Boom. Say something nice to somebody. Be nice to somebody in a genuine fashion. Add them. Say it. Screenshot it with your cash tag. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Chris Collinsworth, Sean Casey, the mayor. Good baseball talk to start the show.
Yeah. Great baseball.
People forget that happened today.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Burr, incredible conversation, obviously, with him. Very thankful for all of you. And the calls on the 5 Energy Found Line. Bye. See you tomorrow. See you, AJ. Have a good one, man. Maybe some positivity tomorrow out of you.
All right, always positive. Can't wait for Wednesday.
All right. See you tomorrow. Hey, we're going to learn about aliens tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
We're going to learn everything about them. We might even see one tomorrow, so yeah, stay tuned.
Well, I seen one already. It was like a month ago. Yeah. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. It's like Bigfoot. I already seen it. Well, I haven't actually, but the person I was with had seen it. You guys just hang out with me. It'll show up.
By association.
All right. See you guys.